Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone could be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them, and if you don't, would you like one?
Salutations. I am Rin Anoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Renar and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Yeah. Also.
All right, we are on.
Hey!
Hey!
Welcome, everyone, to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I am your humble DM for the night, DM Steelax. So we have had a couple technical difficulties, so I just want to make sure the audio's coming through. Do you hear it coming through, Andrew?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, and we have a player with a system down, so we're going to be covering down on him tonight, but we're still going to be playing, and I'm glad everybody is here with us. So let's meet the players. Let's go around the table, and you guys can say a little bit about yourselves, so they know who you are.
Okay. I'll go first.
Yeah, get it, Kyle.
Okay, cool. So I'm Kyle. I'm the one with the technical difficulty. But technology or not, I'm still your favorite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here, and I will be trying to just channel my inner bard and try to remember everything I can do. So I have these lovely gents here to help me out, so I'm sure I'm in great, careful, soft hands.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Bloody hands, too.
Bloody hands, yeah.
A lot of different kinds of hands.
Bloody, all kinds of hands. All my favorites.
I am then your local magic hand user. I am AJ. I am currently playing Rin, the High Elf Wizard. And I'm here, of course, in the lovely sunny California, in the southern part, not in the north, so I am avoiding the fires. So, yeah, keeping safe. And looking forward to some better shenanigans tonight with a fourth player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an intro to me.
Yeah.
Hey, I am the fourth player. My name is Connor. I am broadcasting from Washington State, and I am playing the half-orc ranger Urgra. I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be fun so they can get to know who you are a little bit. And last but not least...
I'm Dylan. I'm
that's
not
enough.
the last
Thanks
player.
a lot. No,
All
we're
right,
good.
yeah, I'll go.
No, I'm just kidding.
Start the show.
That's everyone.
Everyone important anyway.
I'm the meat shield.
Okay. What else?
Yeah.
What else about you?
Nope, that's just it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Nailed it.
All right. Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah.
Our human fighter.
I always appreciate some man meat in front of me.
Ooh.
Hey!
Married man.
Are you? I didn't know that.
In this reality or the game reality, really?
In the game.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. That is your only identity tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we've been going through we've been going through some Session 0 games to prepare for our upcoming campaign that's going to be launching here pretty soon. Just a little bit of news about the channel. We are going to hopefully be kicking our PvP tournaments off. Connor is going to be taking it over with Kyle, so that way it can free me up for some other stuff. So we're still working out the details of when that's going to be. We are looking for one more player to fill Connor's position because he's now going to be helping host it. And we're going to be pausing doing our talk shows on Wednesday for a little bit because my work schedule has changed and I'm unfortunately unavailable for those, but we will kick those off as soon as we can again because they were a lot of fun. The next one, we're actually going to be talking about what it's like to be a dev. So here with HotA, we have a dev team that helps build everything, the worlds and everything like that. So they're going to come on and talk about what it's like to be on a dev team, the kind of stuff we do. So that'll be a lot of fun if you guys are interested in checking that out. Just be checking in to see when we're doing that. All right, so we had some exciting stuff happen last week in our game. We finally got our 4th player in the team and everything, but let's go over a recap real quick. Talk about what had happened and where we left off.
Yeah, I'll start us off. So, where all this mess started was in the mountain dwarf town of Turris.
Okay.
The adventurers, me excluded at this point, had come to this town, and they had heard tell that apparently some people who looked exactly like them were raising hell and literally razing towns to the ground. They come to this town and in short order are arrested for looking like themselves and are taken into a dungeon.
Okay.
Specifically a dungeon that has a large anti-magic field, which is always fun to deal with. Through some shenanigans and otherwise, they are able to make their way out of this dungeon with the help of a new ally, a dwarf named Raylin, who has much more experience in this dungeon than they do and can sort of guide them through the safest route. Unfortunately, through some of the trials, one of the players, Strong Braid, Broken Paw, fell into some lava.
Okay.
He did not get better, and so he will not be joining us.
How fatal was it? Completely.
Pretty fatal.
Okay.
Pretty fatal. And then through the last episode or two even, the team has used their resources and their wits to make their way out of a very extensive dungeon with a lot of enemies. And they finally made their way back to the surface, only to find that the village that was almost within view of the exit was on fire. That was the village of Hallbrick.
Yep.
I'm pronouncing it German because I am. So they decided to investigate, and in short order, they found their doppelgangers, including the doppelganger of the now dead Strong Braid.
Okay.
Together with Raylin, as well as their new companion, the half-orc ranger Urgra, they were able to take down their doppelgangers in pretty short order. And they found out that Urgra, my character, was hired by Devis, a past ally of theirs, to basically rescue them and escort them to Candoria Proper. Because one of their other allies, a Miss Lilash, a gnomish artificer, had been arrested for essentially smuggling dark artifacts, and her trial was to come up very soon. And the party was very interested in that, and so I am acting as their guide. We are currently in the middle of the woods, and we are making our way to Candoria Proper.
Okay, and you guys finally had a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was so good, they leveled up.
Yes, yes. Congratulations,
4
everyone
days.
is level 4 for now.
Feels good.
It does.
So that's exciting. Yeah, so you guys set up camp, and you figured out your shifts for, the fire guard watch. And I believe AJ said that, or not AJ, excuse me, Rin said that he's going to have his unseen servants be tending to all the chores, the fire, food, stuff like that. So I believe somebody may have woken up a little bit early, so we're gonna start off the session with that moment of waking up, and we will kick it off from there. Unless anybody has anything admin-wise that they want to say before we start.
Well, first off, Bandit Clan for life.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Bandit Clan for life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second, we do have Instagram and Twitters. Look for us. It's HotA RPG official on both. There is a fake one, which is weird, but yeah, we actually do have a fake one. So
We have a copycat?
yeah, you'll know it because it doesn't have any art or followers or info or posts. But find us. We do artwork on there. I try to keep it steady with content.
That's
if you guys
flattering,
see fan
guys.
art-
We have trolls. That's
Yeah,
great.
we have trolls.
Yeah, we have enough
Thanks.
fan base to have
We-
trolls.
we can deal with them, right? We're level 4 now.
Uh,
Level 4.
Okay.
We made it.
the worst thing about trolls is that they regenerate.
That's so true.
So you gotta kill them with fire.
Fire
I know.
spells. Yeah.
Get some firewalls up there.
Okay.
But yeah, I try to keep a pretty steady stream of content on there. If you send us any artwork, we'll post it on there. If I run out of stuff, I usually just throw D&D memes on there. So
Okay.
yeah, give us a follow. Bandit Clan for life.
Bandit Clan for life. That's right. So we're also talking about having our players start maybe doing occasional blogs, just about little blurps of their backstory over time, just to give you guys some teaser and some lore content of the characters. So I don't think everybody knew that. So yeah, you guys are able to do that. I forgot to tell you guys that ahead of time, but yeah. So that's the thing we're gonna try to be doing.
Did you guys see that Finley Shenanigans has a Twitter account? It's pretty great.
No, I did not.
Yeah, go ahead and post the links in the chat.
I would if I could.
Oh, that's right. Next week we'll hopefully have some panels down below on our Twitch screen, which you guys can also scroll down right now and check out. It explains the rules for our currency that you guys are gaining while you're watching the show. There's 2 different ones that you can spend on interacting with the game. You can buy potions for the players or for myself to use against them.
Need them.
And then we have some mini games that go in the chat, so check out that stuff there. We have a website if you guys are interested, and some information about the players. All right, but let's get started. That's enough stalling. I almost said stall in. No, stalling. All right, so
Cue the Russian national anthem.
So the camp that you guys set up is in the middle of BFE, just in the forest somewhere. You found a little clearing. There was a little open skylight where you guys could see the stars before you went to bed. Nothing eventful happened in the area. Nobody saw any creatures or individuals during their shifts while you were awake. The fire is kind of gone down to just a slow burn because the natural light is out, so there was not really a need to keep it going. And somebody is awoken, and we can go from there.
Oh, is it me?
Is it me?
It's like we don't know.
No one knows what
Yeah. I guess I'll take the jump on this. Yeah, Kurtz just sort of wakes up in a cold sweat. Yeah, I'll be screaming a little bit, and then
Okay.
just sort of look around and see that everything's chill and try to calm down.
Okay.
How uniformed are our screams? Like, are we all just like this?
It's a scream. It's like, you've probably never heard Kurt scream before.
Mm.
It's definitely a scream of like terror.
And so you jolt awake and you look at your body, Kurtz, and you're actually covered in sweat, which is really weird. Your palms are really pasty. You feel like your face is super flushed out, and you're a little short on breath. And you instinctively go, and your hand lunges out, and by muscle memory finds the hilt of your sword where it's supposed to be, and it's there. And that gives you just a quick moment of like, okay, like, your sword is an extension of your arm. It's you know, it's who you are, and just the instant you touch your sword, it kind of grounds you back to reality of, all right, I'm safe. You do a quick scan of your surroundings, you notice there's no threat, and you just process that you just had a you know, it wasn't reality what you just experienced.
Just a bad dream. It's probably from all that murder. Yeah, no, I'll just breathe heavily and just sort of, like you said, like take this look around and sort of get my bearings, and after a moment sort of look around and see if anyone heard me screaming.
Rin is staring at you. Rin is in a meditative stance, so he's always cross-legged and just kind of keeping himself composed, but probably near enough the same time that you jolted, everything just kind of hit. So you see him just kind of blinking and looking everywhere.
Yeah, his scream is what broke you out of your trance.
But yeah, you can see me looking around at myself. Rin's just kind of looking at you, checking himself.
What?
Bad dream?
No. And I'll just stand up and walk out of camp.
But
Okay.
Did something come at you? Did something slide up your pants? What? Why'd you scream?
Just going.
It's not safe at night, Kurtz.
Well, it's now early morning.
It's not safe at dawn, Kurtz. It's the forest.
It's never safe.
Most dangerous at dawn.
I'll look to Finley and Urger. If they're both not awake, I'll just start shoulder jostling them.
So,
From a tent, you hear, ah! And you hear this loud screechy noise.
Then I will not need to do that.
Okay.
And you hear some shuffling for a little bit, and you see your halfling friend kind of peek out of the tent and kind of look around.
Finley?
Yeah. Good morning.
Did something crawl up your leg, or was it a bad dream?
I'll check my leg. Nope, just my penis. All right. That's fine.
Hate it when it tickles my ankle.
Yeah. Just the usual dangle on the ankle there, but no, that's I'm used to that snake on my leg, but
Yes, Finley, thank you. All right.
I did actually have a bit of a dream, but trying to remember bits and pieces of it, but it's very vivid, and it's one of those dreams where like it goes kind of good in the beginning, you know, and then like towards the end, like shit got real, and then I woke up. I didn't scream or anything though, did I? Like it was just I feel like I just jolted up, like not really much of a like.
At this point, Urgra actually drops down from like a tree where she was sleeping.
Oh,
You never said that, but that's actually where I envisioned her being, and that's what I was going to narrate, you dropping down from a tree. That's great.
why were you up in a tree?
Because we're in the forest and it's dangerous. Where's Kurtz?
Well, he walked off into the forest because it's dangerous. I did.
But not at dawn.
And Urgra will shake her head and pursue in the direction you pointed.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly.
Mostly.
Finley, you seem to wake with a bit of a startle. What was it?
It's a lot of old memories coming back and some newer ones too, I guess. But it's a lot of yin yang going on in there. There was like a lot of good stuff, and then some not good stuff. And there was I look around. We didn't pass any like wells or anything, have we, recently? You know how sometimes when you see something and then you have a dream about it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. That's why that was there. But have we passed any wells or anything?
No.
I don't think so.
No, and I don't know what you mean. I don't dream, really. And I look around. Kurtz and Urgra are not nearby, right?
Mm-mm.
I'll kind of get a little close to Finley and just kind of do a little whisper going, I had a bit of a vision happen, and it wasn't of my doing.
I find it's best to have these kind of weird conversations over a cup. some kofefe or something. What have we been calling it here?
Kawa.
Yeah, kawa. A bit of kawa, if you will. But
Finley, no.
around my stuff.
Finley, look at me.
I'm in the tent.
Yeah,
I'm
Finley.
listening. Go ahead.
Look, Finley, pay attention, Finley. Look, I'm serious. This is not normal for me. I do not experience this. I'm not prepared for what this is. Is this what dreaming is like for you?
Well, I mean, why don't you tell me a bit about it, and then I'll tell you what I know. So you never dreamt anything before. This is like your first time, and you're like 847 years old, and this is the first.
I'm not that old. But
I mean, you look good for your age, man. I mean, 847—that's nothing to sneeze at. You look great, but you've never had a dream
barely
once.
a crow's foot on the.
I'll just take the compliment. No, Finley, my kind don't sleep. I trance. I meditate. I calmly collect myself, and I embrace my memories, my previous experiences. I go through them. It's almost like cataloging all of my experiences into one neat little package. And if I want to dream, if I want to bring an imagination to it, sure, I can make it a little bit more enjoyable, and I can give myself a little flair if I wish. But I'm in control of it. Everything is in control. For the first time, I was not. And you don't understand how unsettling this is for an elf. Our kind has control, and I've just somehow lost control, and do I seem sane to you? Am I still the same? Do I look the same?
As he's talking, I'm going to go up to his arm, and I'm just going to pinch him. Did you feel that?
Yes.
Okay,
what does that have to do with anything?
Okay. Oh, this is good. Step one, you're awake, so that's a good step. You're not still, hibbity boobity tripping, or you called it a vision or trancing. That's what it was. It's going to be big. Anyway, so, all right, so you're awake. So tell me more about this dream that you never have. By the way, being able to control your dream sounds kind of cool because, I'd be doing some really fucked up shit, but that's besides the point. Tell me about your dream.
Okay, we're going to pause that, and we're going to pan over. Urgra, you started walking out of camp in the direction that was pointed. And
I was jogging.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you come across some parted bushes that are just broken off, and which it's very easy to follow Kurt's. And you can actually kind of see a drag mark from his sword. He brought it with him, but it's not sheath like it normally was. There's a drag mark, and all the bushes. He didn't carefully step. He just went, and so things were broken over, which is very strange. But you are very quickly able to catch up to where he is, and he's still kind of walking off, and then kind of leans up against a tree trunk. You're not up to him yet, but he's definitely in eye and audio distance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start pacing, very sort of angrily back and forth and muttering to myself, and I'll be sort of just cradling this little doll's head that I have, just be talking to myself it's fine, it was just a dream, nothing's there, no one's there, all of you shut the fuck up, I'm trying to think. No, it wasn't that. He's not here, they're not here, he's not around. We'd know if he was around, you would know if he was around. And I'm just looking and saying, pointing off into the forest and stuff like that. And then I'll just sort of put the doll's head up to mine and just be all of you need to shut up while I think. I just need to think. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
At this point, seeing this, I'm going to just pick up a small rock and toss it in his vicinity to make a noise.
I will react by swinging my sword in the direction that the rock came from.
Okay.
I'm a good 20 feet away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just fuck. And I'm just blind, just sword in hand, looking around, sort of spot on you, tense up, and then sort of slowly put the sword down and relax. Be something I can help you with?
I'm just rather wondering what you're doing.
Morning stroll.
Well, your stroll has taken away the two best fighters away from the two pretty much most defenseless members of our group.
And?
That's fair.
And I thought that we may want to remedy that before someone gets hurt. Is there something wrong?
Nope.
You weren't talking to them so much last night. Are you okay?
Yes.
Do you want them to leave you alone for a little bit?
They'll go away when they're done. It's fine. It's fine. And I'll just walk back to camp.
Okay. So
Urgra will follow.
Okay. So Urga, you're standing there. Kurtz was 20 feet away-ish. He turns and passes you, and you kind of let him go past you before you make any movements. You're not like nervous or anything about it, but you haven't known him very long, but in the time that you've known him, he's been very collected, and seeing him in this state, I think would kind of definitely pique your interest. You're not intimidated by it, but like this is complete bipolar of a normal thing. So he passes by you, and you're there by yourself after he passed. And what were you wanting to do?
At that point, I just take a deep breath. I'll do a quick perception check if you'll let me.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything to be concerned about. Perception.
What in particular are you looking for?
Mostly being watched. 19.
Okay. So you were already in kind of a heightened awareness moment, trying to observe everything you could about Kurtz. He seems like his mental stability is quickly regaining, and you take that attention and you turn it outward. And as you gaze into the forest, you have a pretty sure feeling that nobody is in the vicinity, and nobody in the camp as of right now is in any kind of immediate danger.
Yeah, and with just another deep breath, she's going to follow Kurtz back to camp, and keeping him in line of sight at all times.
Okay. So you guys are kind of making your way back, a little bit paced out, and as you return to camp, the unseen servant is he still there, right?
No, they're gone after an hour. So
after an hour? Okay, yeah. Discard that. So you guys walk up and you see Rin and Finley engaged in conversation. Go ahead and pan back to you guys.
Do I notice them approaching?
Yes.
Oh, then I probably would be going like, it started... Oh, I'm sorry. Are you all right over there? Urgra?
I'm fine. Kurtz?
Kurtz just strides back and begins putting on his armor.
Okay.
Everything all right?
Fantastic.
All right. We'll talk.
So you were saying, Rin, something about what tell me more about this dream that you had.
Well, we'll talk later, Finley. Just perhaps when there's less to do. And I'll stand up and kind of start conjuring another unseen servant, taking my time, beginning this incantation to do some morning chores.
Okay.
Keeping myself busy.
Everyone is up a little bit earlier than the standard waking up early hour. So, I mean, it is fairly early. So the breakfast was prepped probably earlier, but has not been started. So now that the unseen servant is there, beginning to make breakfast. So you guys do have a bit of time in camp before setting out, between eating and rolling up all your sleep gear and stuff like that.
Yeah, throughout the morning and everyone either packing up or cleaning up tent, Urga's going to go up to each one of the party members, and she's going to hold out her hand, and inside the hand are 2 pine green berries.
Okay.
These are just a small magical trick that I know. If you eat one, it'll give you increased vitality, will let you be hungry, And if one of us happens to fall unconscious, if you feed this to one of them, then they will wake up. They'll be very weak, but they'll be awake.
Okay.
That's quite handy. I'll take 2. 1. How many?
2 for each of you.
All right. I'll take the 2 berries and I'll put them in a little pouch.
Was this the good berry spell?
This is the good berry spell.
I think you would recognize this, Ren, actually, through all your studies. The berries, yeah.
I never took you one for magic, but I suppose that makes sense with your lineage. Yes. I'll make sure to keep that in mind.
So you mean to tell me these little berries can like help someone that just looks like a berry to me? Just a berry, really.
It is just a berry, but if you put it in your mouth, you won't be hungry for the rest of the day. And if you put it in someone's mouth who is close to dying, they will come back.
So that's right.
Go ahead and try one. You'll have one left over in case you need it.
Perhaps you might want to hold on to that one, Finley. We'll make some breakfast with Kurt's meat before it goes spoiling itself.
If you tell him not to, he's going to put it in his mouth.
Finley, are you one to be for putting balls in your mouth this early in the morning?
It's never too early, Rin. That's what I found. It's always a good time.
What color are the balls?
Are they balls. Green?
They're forest green.
Oh, okay.
So
just a different color, different size, different texture, but a ball nonetheless. I'll save onto it. It's fine. Besides which, I don't know if I'm going to be filled up on just a little berry dew. I'd rather just have a nice, festive breakfast here. What all did your servant people prepare? Like, what are we looking at?
Well, he needs something to prepare. Kurtz, can we use some of that meat?
Yeah, I'll just take the chest off my back and open up the chest of bear jerky.
Okay.
Go nuts.
Yeah, it's a little tough. Does anyone have any water they're willing to spare?
Erga will hand over her water skin.
You guys did fill your water skins up with the water that was in the mines.
I didn't, so I'll pass mine over.
Okay.
I know. I'm holding on to that shit.
Yeah. I'll conjure up what appears to be a nice big iron kettle, and I'll have the servant begin pushing it over onto the fire, getting the fire going. I'll use some cantrips to light it again, and begin to pour in some of the water and some of the beef jerky, and try to soften it up a bit to make it more of like a porridgey stew in the morning.
Okay.
Something a little bit more nice than just,
Right, okay. Less barbaric, yeah, okay.
I'll use some prestidigitation as well, give it some salt, give it some spice, and maybe I'll also pretend to give it like a potato flavor. But as I'm doing that, I'll look at Erga. Do you know the forest well? Are there any wild vegetables, carrots, onions, anything like that nearby?
I could probably make do.
If you could find some, that'd be brilliant for me. Thank you.
Sure. And Erga will just go off, and I will do a quick survival check.
Okay.
Same, but I also, if possible, want to be looking for anything poisonous. Like nightshade, mushrooms, something like that, while I'm doing this.
Okay.
I rolled a 16, and as a ranger, I get twice of whatever I would normally find.
I rolled a 19.
So the forested area that you guys are in is actually very plentiful of many common foresty things. So once you get your bearings, you kind of start doing a little bit of your tracking shit. You're able to easily acquire everything that you're looking for in abundance.
Both of us?
Yes. Cool. And the tree, you do recognize the bark of a couple sporadic trees of the kind you guys tapped into earlier that Rin had mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll collect a bit of that. I'm pretty sure I have some empty potion bottles on me.
Okay.
And then the food and whatever sort of poisonous other shit I find.
Yeah, there was some kind of mold, not mold,
toadstool,
like an algae thing that
moss.
grows. Yeah, moss. Thank you. So you found some moss that has some very minor poisonous effects to it, but then you are also able to gather some fungus that are much more potent.
Cool.
While the two survivalists are out there, making sure we don't die, is it just me and Rin again at the cauldron of the fucking breakfast making? So when they go away, to
Couple
go
witches.
Yeah. Witch bitches. All right. So apparently your dream you want to keep like on the hushy hush. So now that they're gone again, you want to like pick up the story. You literally, just FYI, coming from a storyteller myself, you don't just like leave someone on such a cliffhanger like, oh, by the way, here's a story. Okay, never mind, I'm done, and then you move on. So just real quick, like tell me about your dream.
All right, very well, I suppose, since they're not within earshot. You promised to keep this between the two of us, yes?
Sure.
My lips are sealed as a bard's lips.
There was an unsettling. I was looking over the world, and I seemed to almost draw upon it as you would from a well. But I felt there were many different eyes, things watching me. I could feel and see the goddesses faintly in the distance, but they were being taken, faded away. And after a while, I thought I heard a familiar voice, someone that I once knew. And as the cries of these voices just got louder, I pulled up from the well, and it was a bucket of blood. And I heard my friend's voice. He whispered, well, it sounded faint. He says, I couldn't help him. But I should have written the answer down. And I tried. I pulled out my book and I searched, and everything was blank. There was nothing. Everything was gone. And the more I turned the pages, the more I saw my hands begin to wither, age as the book disintegrated, and just everything was dust.
All right. Well, first of all, that's a pretty good story. Next time, just between you and me, like, don't leave a brother hanging. Just finish because that was pretty good.
You're taking notes, Finley.
No.
Why are you taking notes?
Because real life me is terrible at memory.
So Finley's
No. I mean, that's quite interesting. It's first of all, do your friends know how to make the kawa? Do they know how to make? And can they do that? Because today feels like it's going to just be a really long day.
Do you have any on you? I mean, I can't conjure that out of thin air. Do you have any?
I have like one serving left from way back in the day when we were at the bar, and I have the fucking mugs and everything. So this seems like a good time to use it.
Okay. May I have the bean or the powder?
Yeah. I will go into my tent that's still set up. I'm not taking my tent down yet because I have a process. And I go to my tent and I find my shit and I come out and I bring it back. It's just that's all I got. One little sack of coffee beans. I'll mark that off my inventory here.
And you have a mug, yes?
Oh yeah, and I got two mugs. The silver one and the gold one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Finley.
They're pretty nice actually. When you put hot stuff in them or cold, they actually kind of keep the temperatures, which is kind of nice. So it's kind of like my little travel mug.
Yes. Well, that's very good. Sadly, my spells are they're occupied with the cauldron right now, so I won't be able to make you a kettle. But at least I can help you out with that. And I grab the one cup that's metal, and I look to see if I can just take my own dagger, the pommel of it, and start to grind the coffee beans into a bit of a powder.
Okay.
And then I'll start to take some of the water that's just, some of the spare that didn't fill up the cauldron and try to fill it up. And then as I'm holding it, I'll just concentrate a prestidigitation to warm it and just continually warm it up until it starts to steam.
Okay. There was enough to make 2 cups of kawa, and you have them both prepared. And
did you prefer cream or sugar with it?
No, I like it black. Just dirty black. Yeah, there we go. That's how we do it.
Oh, I hand him the mug.
Okay.
Put the grounds in there for texture.
Yep. Oh, it's crunchy.
Carbonated, please. Yeah.
Well, Rin, I
like the bubbles.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing that with me, and it's only fair, it's only right that if we're going to be traversing and traveling around together for a bit, it's only right that I'm reciprocal and honest with you. The first part of that dream there that you're mentioning about, wells in the world and blood buckets and crimes of agony and screams. It's
That was the entire dream, Finley.
Yeah, that whole part there, that seems oddly familiar to a dream that I just had myself.
You had this exact dream.
A little bit different. Don't really care to go into too much of the details, but the latter parts, the first part was actually kind of nice. It was seeing the world and being one with the clouds and hearing pleasant voices. It was actually kind of calming, but towards the end, I found myself surrounded by mirrors of, when I looked into them, they were of me. So, of course, at first, I was like, greatest dream ever, right? There's all of these me's, and, I would wave my hand and they would wave back, but after a bit, they didn't wave anymore, and one would laugh at me, and one would poke fun at me, and one was calling me names, and it was it went from zero to shitty very quickly. And before I knew it, I took a look at myself, and I was naked, and I was scared, and I was alone. Usually naked's a good thing for me, so now, like, the dream has escalated into shitville. And when I saw all of this, and I kind of cradled myself to the ground, and that's when I woke up. When I don't really know what that was all about, but haven't had a shit dream like that in quite a bit.
It's more interesting that you shared it. Could you keep an eye on the pot for a moment, please?
Sure.
And I'm gonna go to my book, and I'm gonna start flipping through some pages real quick and looking about before I find something, and I start muttering as I begin a ritual of detect magic.
And if you, while you go over there, you'll notice that as Finley's done explaining his dream to you, always a jovial demeanor, but you don't need insight checks to tell. Like definitely just kind of chilling over here by myself for a little bit, kind of in a little shell.
So first of all, Rin, flipping through your book, all your pages are still filled. Everything is still in the book, so that gives you a quick sigh of relief. And while you are, it's concentration, right? Yep. So while you're concentrating on trying to detect magic in the area, you don't sense any.
I'm keeping a look around and just looking around, not trusting the fact that I feel something magical hit us, and I'm just trying to see if anything. Just on the edge, waiting for the vegetable gatherers to come back.
Yep. And unless there's something else you guys want to do, you can head back to camp. You were able to find what you're looking for.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't think Kurtz wanted company.
No.
Yeah, I went the opposite direction.
Definitely different directions. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're back. What'd you find?
Good collection, some roots, a couple of dandelions and weeds that make good garnishes. A couple of mushrooms, too.
Do I see any magic off of Urgra?
No.
Her shoes glow.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant like out of the ordinary.
Right. Oh, yeah. So then I'll just
Yeah.
Is Kurtz back?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kurtz, what did you find? Do we have some?
I don't know. I'll dump the edible shit near the food, and then I'll have the other shit and sort of look around and be like, does anyone know how to make poison?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I was bad.
That was an answer for a question last week. I know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to be different. I have no idea how to do that. Just everyone else said no, so I just said yes. But why? What are you trying to do there, Kurtz?
I don't know. Poison some of my arrows.
Fair enough.
I suppose that's useful for you. I'll get to cleaning the vegetables, and I'll pick them up, and I'll start prestidigitating them clean. And as they're clean, I'll hand them off to the unseen servant, and I'll give him my dagger, so he starts to chop them up into the pot.
Okay.
And I just continue cleaning and handing, until the stew has been filled with veg and bear meat.
Okay.
I'll keep the sap and then just chuck the rest of the shit back into the woods.
Okay.
You know, when we get back to Candoria, I mean, you could always maybe try to find someone that could figure out a way to. Oh, you threw it into the woods there. Okay, well,
It wasn't that hard to find.
all right, fair enough. I didn't know if it was all that particular to you, but gotta go with no. All right. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
The things he found, it wouldn't give you more than a couple of hours of stomach ache, maybe some diarrhea anyway.
Oh, well, trying to swing a sword while you're having fluids come out of both ends must be hard, so.
There's a woman I met in the town once that did the same thing. We didn't call her Poison, though. She had a different name, but anyway, that's the point. I'll as breakfast is cooking up, I guess I'll start packing my tent. Pack my tent back up. Now that everyone's back.
Okay.
All right. Well, the soup's ready for you. I'll just do a little bit of flavoring to it, make it nice.
Sure. Okay.
Then-
Yep. So you guys have all your stuff tore down. Breakfast is ready.
Hey, Rin.
Yes, Finley.
You know, now that we've had a moment, we're all kind of, taking a big sigh of relief here for a moment, having a bit of a rest to ourselves, and not, imminent danger threatening our lives around every corner. I've had this thing for a while. I want to see if maybe you could look at it. And I will go to my bag that's all packed up and kind of move some stuff around. Be like, oh, there we go. Here it is. And I'm going to pull out this box. And DM, I don't know if you remember what box this is, but it has like 3 locks on it. And I'd be like, I haven't really had a moment to really even try to open this thing yet, but
where did you acquire it?
I stole this from Kane's office way back in Brandylac, right around the time I pissed in the corner. But this is the only thing I really found to look kind of interesting to me, and I haven't really tried to open it yet. Do you think maybe you could bibbly on it? Maybe just tell me if there's like some death trap on it before I try to go poking around with this thing.
As I stare at it, do I see anything magical around it?
No.
It's ordinary. There's no spell that I can detect on it.
You don't have like identify as a ritual or something?
Well, yes, but that would be if it was magical. It's not magical, Finley. It's just a box with 3 locks on it. Just a typical box.
If it's that important to you, Finley, I can try to open it for you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I still call dibs on any cool shit on the inside. But, if you wouldn't mind giving it a go, I'm not too keen on opening stuff. Besides, women. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, no, that'd be great.
You can lockpick, Urgra.
It's something I picked up.
Well, I suppose.
Oh, that actually brings up a thing. I'll pull out the cloak and then the sealed scroll thing.
The what thing?
So the black feathered cloak and the scroll that he got from the town that was burning.
From the dead body that was stabbed in the back and also poisoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we first entered the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the scroll's rigged, if I'm not mistaken, to destroy
Disintegrate.
itself.
Yeah. Yep.
Do I see magic from the scroll?
Yes.
All right, then yes, absolutely yes.
But the cloak.
We would need Lilash to open that successfully, I believe.
Hmm.
So what she had said was the person who it is intended to open it is the one who's the only one allowed to open it. And then there was the symbols that no one understood that was around the seal. These letters are different than the ones before, and she had said that that was her name in there.
Boy, and while we're playing show and tell here for a moment, this was kind of bugging me for a bit, but we were really trying to get the fuck out of that last town we were in, and I will pull out the book that I found in the secondary office.
Okay.
I wrote down notes of on the spine. It has symbols similar to the scroll, like Myrash, and has a strap around the book, and it's sealed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, again, show and tell. Why not? And I'm like kind of like jiggling around a little bit, like show and tell. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
So,
Anyone want to take a gander at these two cluster folks?
does the book look magical?
Yes, very, 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 very.
Well, the book looks magical to me. What school of magic is it?
Mind you, I call dibs on any cool shit. Once again.
So as you are trying to discover which school of magic, it actually seems to be from a completely different school than any of the schools that are in the Revenant.
Is it locked? Is the book locked?
Yeah, it's locked physically and magically. Similar kind of seal from the different language, but this one isn't it doesn't say an individual's name. It looks more like the title of the book. But yeah, the school of magic would be from the school that isn't in the Revenant.
I'm not familiar with this one perfectly. I can try to read the script if you'd like. It's new to me.
Yeah, none of you guys know the language yet.
Well, you need to start connecting some dots here because, like Brandylac, this place also had a mayor who had a fancy feathery cloak of bullshit. Right?
That's the official nomenclature. Yeah.
And is using these symbols to communicate. So, what's the connection? Was she part of the same cult? Or is that just some sort of thing they give mayors in this part of the world?
I'm not quite sure, but until we maybe have a little bit more of information on our own, might be wise to keep these articles with this strange writing to ourselves. Yes.
Just hold them out there for a moment, and I break the concentration of detect magic, and I open my book and start beginning the spell ritual for comprehend languages.
Okay.
I will hold up the book with the seal on it, but I'll go like this, just to see if you can
understand any written language that you see must be. All right, so the comprehend language will work for any of the languages in the PHB that you don't know, but this other language is going to be something that you guys are going to be trying to solve.
Is it a cipher?
Yeah, it's going to be something you guys are going to be solving through the campaign.
Yeah, no, yeah, if it's a cipher, I can't. It's just jumbled at that point to me.
Okay.
Yeah. It could be in whatever language letter, but it could be
Right.
Yes, yes, that makes complete sense. I can't read this, Finley.
Well, that's just a fucking pointing. All right, well, take my book back then. I'll put it back in my little bag. But Erdra, any luck with that box over there?
About how big is this box, Sean? Do you remember?
It was like what, a foot and a half wide?
Can she hold it up? Is what essentially I need to know.
Yes, yeah, you can.
So you see her,
About
she's
that size,
actually has it up to her ear, and she's not even looking at it. She's actually doing it entirely by sound, and she's using the small picks to try and pick it that way.
Okay. Yeah, you get the feeling that you could lockpick this.
Okay. Do I need 3 checks because of the 3 locks?
Yes.
All right. Number 1.
How many lockpick sets do you have? I'm just curious.
I mean, 1.
Just one?
Yeah, she doesn't use it too often. So first one's a 23.
Okay, so that I'm only asking because if it breaks, then you're out of luck.
It's fine if it breaks. I know another way of getting it open.
Hulk smash. 23. The first of the 3 locks does pop open.
Okay. Next one. Use tools. 15.
15. This one takes a bit more playing around with. It doesn't just pop open like the other one, but eventually you are able to get it to release.
All right. On this last one, I'm like, Erdra, you're doing a great job. I'm really impressed. I really, and I'll try to like pat her on the back just a little bit, or like just like about to pat her on the back and just like hover there because I don't know if I can pat this chick yet, so I'm just gonna hover pat. Be like, you're doing a great job, and I will use an inspiration. Haven't had the chance to do one of those in a while.
Okay.
Skill checks when you're not dying?
They only reset on long rest. Fuck me, I guess, but I'm gonna use it on this one, so
Okay.
I will inspire Erdra.
Just watch. It's all going to be worth it because I'm going to suck. Yep, that's a 7.
Oh!
So we're going to try and make it better. At least it wasn't a natural 1.
No, it was 1 away from 1. That was a 2.
Yep. Rolling 1d6. So that becomes an 11.
11 is high enough to where it didn't break, but you were not able to open it.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'll just sort of.
Rin, you said this wasn't magical, right?
It's not.
All right.
But there are mundane traps that exist without magical means, so I was.
Well, I mean, I was really partial to the box. I was hoping maybe I could get like a 2-for-1, like whatever's inside the box and the box. But you know what? I'm more curious about to see what's in the box. So yeah.
Hold it. No. You don't need to be so rash here. Again, there could be something fragile, and again, there could be something triggering trap. If it's a gas bomb, not a good thing. Give the box to me. Come on, pass it over. Thank you. I take it, put it down on a rock. Now, please step back. And I give it probably a good 15 feet, just to make sure.
Okay.
And I go, you might wish to cover your ears. And I'll concentrate for a second and shoot a blast of energy, and I'll cast the knock spell.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
shit on my bricks. We could have done that from the beginning.
Yeah, I could have worked on all 3 at once.
That's all right. That's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. So you hear this enormous concussive blast smack into this box, and the 3rd lock just pins open.
I'll send a mage hand right over there as it hovers and kind of pries it open.
So as it kind of comes up, you kind of hear like a pine cedar box kind of creak noise, as the hinges probably haven't been opened in quite a while. And it peels back, and it reveals a little pouch.
I'll have the mage hand just jiggle it to see if anything triggers, and like there's a trap wire or anything. Just
Nope, yeah, no trap wire, nothing. Yeah,
Alright.
you're able to pick it up.
it seems safe, Finley. It's all yours.
Oh, right. Well, that was well done, Rin. And does Albert or Herbert or whoever, I can't see him, but I just see this pouch just fucking flying in the air. Can I?
You can see
have
there's a mage hand holding it. It's a very visible.
Oh, okay. I thought one of your unseen servants were. Okay,
No,
yeah.
it's a mage hand.
Give me.
It picks it up and floats it over to Finley.
Okay.
All right.
So it's about a palm-sized little pouch, and it's got these. It's purple. It's like a royal purple color, and then there's these drawstrings that are like a braided gold color, and it's designed to where you can cinch it closed when you pull both ends. The bag appears to be empty, but it is not just a regular bag.
Right. Well, I don't have identify or anything, but I have pretty high arcane look at am I getting any kind of like arcane presence off of this thing just by looking at it? Like,
Yeah,
have I
you
seen bags like this before? Or...
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana check. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need some help because all I can do is roll. But I'm pretty sure my Arcana is like a fucking 85.
Sure.
Like your investigation.
Can one of you guys?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So you quickly identify this as a miniature bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
It's just physically much tinier. So it's going to behave like a regular bag of holding, but it is limited by the opening size of what could actually go into it. So it's not going to be able to hold bigger items but the internal space is going to behave exactly the same as a regular bag of holding.
So we're talking like softball, bowling ball.
Probably about slightly bigger than a golf ball.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's a little tiny pouch. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Crown Royal bag. It's fine. I got it.
it's a mini Crown Royal. Yeah,
It's like an airplane bottle, Crown Royal.
Finley.
right, exactly.
Turn it upside down, Finley.
All right. I will flippity-do and turn it upside down and see if anything comes out.
Yeah, nothing. Sorry.
All right, it's empty.
Yeah, it's empty. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that's pretty cool. I will hold on to that there then. Thank you, Urgra and Rin. I appreciate it. I've been holding on to this thing forever and never really had 2 seconds to get a gander at it. But looking over at the box real quick, is there anything else? Like, can I look for like little, like, you know how evildoers have the little secret hidden box where you push the thing and the thing slides open and there's a scroll of infinite wisdom? Yeah, that kind of.
Yeah, there is 2 scrolls of infinite wisdom. No, there's nothing.
No.
2. I was going to check to see if there's any secret little trappy doors inside of it.
Yep. Nope. You look through it and it just seems maybe a little odd that there isn't one, but there is not.
Like this.
Nice.
Ooh, so fancy.
I will go a little bit closer to
nice.
Finley. I will say, Finley, just promise me one thing. Don't stick yourself.
My penis in it? Yeah, that's where you're going.
I know your brain and holes and your need to fill them, but trust me in this. This is not a hole to be filled by something as that.
Do it for science.
Yeah, so that's right. So here's how I'm thinking about it. I had gotten to that point and thought, I probably shouldn't do it. But now that you're telling me not to do it, really makes me kind of want to try to do it. But not right now. We have things to do. Maybe when I have some alone time.
Not ever, Finley. Just don't. It's a bad idea. Like,
Okay.
If you stick your finger in there, you'll probably feel that it's not a satisfactory place. Just try not to.
Sure, I'll not put my penis in the tiny bag of holding. Got it. Yep.
Yet.
Yet.
Immediately.
Just your cursor back here. Yet.
All right.
All right. Well, good.
We're at
Good. All good
the
things.
point to take our first break.
Cool.
So we will roll the timer video, and we will be back in a few minutes. Thanks for sticking with us, guys, and we'll pick up right where we left off.
See you in a bit.
there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? And more importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone could be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Anoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned. Yeah, you never know when Knock's going to come in handy. All right, we are back. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We're still waiting on Kyle, but we'll go ahead and continue on, and he'll just miss all the good stuff. Oh, there he is. Finley has returned.
Hey!
So we're back on. Green screen's falling.
I see it. Sorry.
You're good. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Go.
I think we're ready to head out.
Yeah. Go to Candoria.
Make like a baby.
Yeah.
Pride?
head out. You've never heard that?
No.
Make like a baby and head out. Yeah.
What? Oh, okay, I get it.
It's a birthing
It's a
joke.
birthing joke.
Took me
Yeah.
a while, but I got it.
All right, so you have opened your little thing. You have tore down everything. You ate breakfast. Camp is ready. It's tore down. If you guys are ready to roll out, so your destination is where? Where are you headed towards?
Candoria Proper.
Perfect.
Oh,
All right.
She's leading us to Candoria.
So you begin heading down the trail. So Urgra is with you guys. She's escorting you there because it's part of her hired job. And you come up to a road, and you know that you got to cross over this little stream. And let me drop you guys onto it. There you go. So up ahead is a couple bridges that you're familiar, or you've taken this path. You guys came from a different way, so you know that you got to go across both bridges, or just cross the water. It doesn't really matter, but that is going to be the path to take. And let me switch over to the other screen.
How dangerous is the road here to Candoria?
I'm trying to take us off the main roads for the most part, when we can avoid it, especially considering you all still have a reputation for burning villages.
Well, Raylan's clearing that up right now. We should be fine, right?
As of right now, you have a reputation for burning villages.
Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. I doth detect an ambush.
Yeah, I see something across the water.
Okay.
Can we get a perception check, or
Sure.
what would you like us to do?
Yeah,
All right.
perception check's fine.
Perception.
So you look ahead and you see some works up ahead. You have seen them before, Urgra. Orcs tend to use them as mounts from time to time. You know, they can be pretty fierce, but you have handled them before.
I'm going to put my hand up and just, like, back into the trees where we came from.
Okay.
Why?
Because those things generally mean orcs, more than one for the most part.
What
So-
orcs? What, your kind? Orcs somewhere? What?
I don't... First of all, just to clear up something, not all orcs know each other. Second of all, I don't know. It would be most convenient for us and our purposes if we were just able to avoid them entirely. Can everyone swim?
Oh,
yeah.
that's the wrong one. Here we go.
I mean, not particularly, no, but
I mean, how deep is this stream?
Maybe
true.
like 4.5 feet.
I can just hold him over my head, like an infantryman in Vietnam.
Monsters, ears.
Why are we swimming?
Because if you go to over there to that bridge, you're going to be met with two giant dogs that are known as wargs.
How wide is the river?
The river's maybe, from the map, it's like not even 10 feet.
Yeah, it's not very wide.
I was just gonna.
It's a stream.
Couldn't we just jump the water?
Yep, and I suggest we do that further upstream, where we're
So-
less likely to be noticed.
So, your knowledge of orcs using wargs as mounts is they will almost always have like the mount gear on them in some shape or form. It's not always the saddle, but they'll be the bit and stuff like that. The ones that you saw up ahead didn't have any of that.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that they haven't or aren't used, but
Okay.
every single one you've ever seen that has been domesticated has those on at all times.
All right. I don't bother to tell the party that.
Okay.
Luckily, looks like there's an island in the middle of this river, so as we were saying, jumping across shouldn't be even too hard of a challenge. Does everyone feel all right with that?
Only I'm gonna throw you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd much rather just be thrown. Yeah, I'm not really too particular to water, but yeah, here we go. That sounds more fun. Anyway.
Let's just leap across then, I suppose. Ladies first.
Sure. And athletics check?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoopah! That's a 7.
All right. So how are you trying to get across? Were you trying to run and jump?
Yeah, just like 10-foot run and then just leap across.
Okay.
I actually can't roll that low. Yeah.
So in your attempt to completely gap over it, you actually do land only part of the way out, and you splash in the water.
Yep. Seeing this rock, I'll hide behind it and hold my hand up for everyone to wait and just wait to see if anything comes after me.
Okay. That is pretty close. Let me check.
Quite
Nope. You're
scary.
so. After waiting for a moment, you don't seem to have alerted them of your presence.
I'm gonna pick up Finley just by the belt and just.
Yeah.
Let's chuck him over. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to catch him if that gives him an advantage or something.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it that way.
Give him an
7.5.
Are you contesting
26.
this throw, Finley, or are you letting him do it?
No.
Okay.
That seems legit for me.
Yeah, you're easily able to be tossed over this, not very wide.
I just sort of shot put him.
Okay. Yeah, and Urgra, you're able to assist in catching him and setting him down.
Mm-hmm.
I make a sweet move in the air, like, but like, hold it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, hold it in air, so it looks really cool.
Okay.
Not like one of these things. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. That's not cool.
Superpose
That's
it.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the superhero landing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm across. That was easy. Kind of.
Or smell. Okay.
I'll wait to make sure there's at least room enough for me to jump across the bank,
Yes, there seems to be a little bit of room, yeah.
and I will run and do the same.
Okay.
Run and leap. With my -5 athletics.
Uh-oh.
-5.
Oh!
You're
All right.
drowning, I think, right now.
It's
So,
not deep enough to drown.
You start running, and you're preoccupied with your book. You don't want your book to get wet, and so you're going along, and you're distracted with it, and you go to like get that last footing before you push off, but that last footing happens to start to sink in the water, and you actually fall face first right into the water, and you hear a howl coming from the west of you.
You done fucked up, Ron.
I'll immediately stand up and start to swish waddle my way through it and begin prestidigitating myself drying the book.
In the water.
No, waddling my way
Okay.
through. I waddle my way to the other side and then just begin.
Yeah, you are able to get across, but you do see some large beasts start running at you, so I need everybody to roll initiative.
I remember now. I get initiative or advantage on initiative.
It's true. Are we in the forest still, technically?
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, advantage for
Okay,
you
yeah,
too.
do better. Yeah, do better.
All right, so I got
How is
20.
that possible?
I got 20.12, not the 17.
Wait, did it not let me do advantage for some reason?
You have advantage? You don't. Advantage doesn't work on initiative. You have to roll it twice.
Yeah,
If it's
just
a-
Oh, okay.
Let's click again, we'll take the higher of the...
Okay. But I got my advantage toggle on.
19. Alright, I will manually...
Finley has
19.
Finley got a 9, but pretty sure I have a 1 on initiative, so I guess it's a 10.
You have a 1.11. Yeah.
Kurt,
So you're 10.
Fran, Urgra. Who's not in there?
All the-
Finley, who has a 10. I mean, I'll roll it for him so you can just get him right in there.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of them.
There. That
If
should
you,
be the Finley.
Yeah, we'll just go
if you
for
right click on my token at the very top of the screen, it says add a turn. You just manually put it in.
Yeah, we got you in there now.
We got you in there. I rolled for you.
Alright, descending. Okay. Alright.
Ooh.
And then,
First.
yeah, mine's, oh, I can put it in myself. Dean.
Kurt's 17. That's what I'm trying to...
20.12.
Okay.
Ooh. So you just basically beat me.
Okay.
F you.
All right. So the first warg is going to be. Oh fuck! Their speed is 50. Holy cow!
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Use your book to defend yourself.
All right, so the first warg is going to just start full born straight towards the first thing it can see because it heard the splash noise from Rin. You were ducked down behind a rock, so it's going to run past you, so you're going to be able to get an attack of opportunity, but it's going to go head for Rin. So go ahead and do your attack of opportunity.
Okay. Scimitar. That's a 14.
And that is a hit.
Hey! It's going to be 6 points of damage.
But as you strike out with your scimitar, it is alert to your presence, but it is already fixated on Rin, so... Oh, wow, that one's low. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, Connor, I know all my spells because most of them are rituals, so I don't have to prepare them.
That, yeah, you're still low enough level for that to be a thing.
Yep.
1, 2. I started numbering multiple bad guys, and I really like it, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
It can be very helpful. If you don't do HP, that's you write down in prep.
All right. So he's gonna go for Rin, and he's gonna lunge out with a really gnarly bite attack.
So gnarly.
Gnarly, dude!
I bet you it's going to hit because I didn't get mage armor up, so we'll see how that...
Target is a creature, must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. It did.
That's a hit first.
If it hits.
Oh, it hit. Yeah,
Very
his
likely to
AC.
Oh yeah, you roll live. I forgot about that.
Yeah, his AC is 11. So.
11. Oh, so what'd you get? Oh, I didn't see you. But...
Yeah, so it did 7 piercing damage.
Ah, he's hiding the rolls from us now, guys.
And you're knocked prone.
Right. Do I make a strength save for that one, you said?
Yeah, if you fail it, yeah.
Okay.
It's
right,
13.
Strength save. Okay, now.
Okay.
Ding. Down I am.
How are we marking prone?
Turn your token sideways.
Oh, there we go.
That's what I do in my campaign.
You are in distress.
Doink.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and then we go to Kurtz.
All right. I'm just gonna draw my sword and charge through the water because I'm 6'5".
Okay.
And I can just walk through that shit.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do that thing where I hit things with my sword. Yeah.
Yep. That thing? I love that thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing too.
That's a good thing.
19.
That is a hit.
All right, and then I will also.
Okay.
Okay, I will also spend one of my superiority die and use maneuvering attack.
Okay.
And I will give it to Rin so that he can stand up using his reaction. I'm going to also add, I think it's a D6, but let me make sure.
It's a D8.
D8?
Yep.
And I'll add a D8 to the damage.
All right, yeah, I will squish out of the
That's the damage you did to the warg.
Plus the damage, so 10 total slashing. So I'll just sort of charge through the river and just cleave into the thing's back while yelling, Rin, get up, you fool!
Okay. And as you cleave into the back of the warg, you can tell it's definitely bloodied. And next, Urgra, you are ready to make an attack.
Yeah. So being very familiar with wargs, I'm going to look at this thing and just like kind of notice where its weak points are and use Slayer's Prey as my bonus action. Then I'm going to get my shield off from behind my back and I'm going to go in with my scimitar.
Okay.
Oh, you got a shield? That's cute.
18.
That is definitely a hit.
It's 5 plus 1d6. 11 points of damage.
Ooh, max it.
All right, how do you want to do it?
All right. So as soon as like Kurtz brings down like his freaking hammer of a sword on this thing, I'm just gonna come up behind it and just like slit its throat really quick.
Okay. All right, so you hear a large yelp cry out as blood just spills everywhere from its neck, just glugging out, and it's starting to stain all of its fur a bright red color.
And then I'm going to come right over here, so I block any way to Finley, and I'll come right about there. And I have my shield out, my scimitar, and that's my turn.
Okay. The next warg is close behind the first one and ends up getting blocked off by Kurtz as he approached up. And he is also going to try to bite into the backside of you. But as he sinks in, he just hits armor pieces and is not able to pierce you at all.
Repost.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to make an attack against him. 13
I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Nope, that is enough.
Yeah. All right. It is enough?
Yeah,
It is.
All right, so I'll add a d8 to that as well.
Okay.
For a total of 16 damage.
Nice.
Coming up aces for me this run. Last time I don't know.
What's your fighting style, Kurtz?
Kill.
Is it the great weapon match thing that lets you re-rolls 1s and 2s though?
Yeah.
You rolled a 2.
Oh.
One of your d6s.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
If you care.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to keep that in mind. I forget about it.
All right, and the halfling bard feels like he's ready to do something. What is it?
Okay, so there's how many wargs left? Just one?
There's 4.
We can only see one.
Within like 10 feet of you, and I'm kind of like a little bit behind you. Kurtz is right next to it.
All right. Can I see a group of wargs together?
No.
From where you are, you just see the one. You do hear they all were howling, before they were charging. So you do know there's more in there. You just don't know where or how many.
They're coming.
All right. Well, the one I can see, I'm not going to waste my turn. As Urger kind of comes around and protects me a little bit, I kind of poke around the corner and I'm like, fuck, what should I say? I'll just say to the warg that's out there, I'll be like, oh, there's only one of you. You better go home and cry to your warg mama, and then you better hope I don't come out there. And I'll catch vicious mockery on this, like, and you're lucky I'm not out there kicking your ass. Like, just keep talking to it the whole day, and I'm just, yeah, you're lucky she's holding me back like that.
Okay.
This is a horse-sized dog attacking Kurtz.
Yeah. I'm just hiding behind her and talking shit, like hiding back behind her.
Okay. Can one of you guys roll vicious mockery for him?
Yeah, I'll get
It's the warg has to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or take damage and have disadvantage on its next attack.
Yeah, it is 14. I don't know why it said 10. But yeah, it's 14.
He did roll a 14.
Oh, darn.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Yep, they're good.
Okay.
It
That's
remains unmocked.
Nothing phased.
Use it where the voice is coming from, so it had no effect. Had he seen me and known how vicious I look, it might have worked a little bit.
I thought you were a chew toy.
All right, so another warg is going to be coming running up, and he's going to first jump onto the large rock that is next to you guys.
Damn it.
And he does make it on top, and then he's going to do another jump from there.
This is a fucking monkey?
Doing one more.
Monkey warg.
Okay, and he's able to do that. So he's able to get over, and he's now on the back side of Kurtz, and he's going to leech out and bite.
Do I get an attack against it? Up to you.
Yeah, I'll grant it. I'll
Okay.
grant it, yeah.
I'll get my Ergrashid Scimitar! That's only a 12. Or first miss, I think.
Yep, it is a miss. But it did throw it off on its landing. You reaching out it threw off. So when he landed, he went for a bite, but he just snapped at the air, missing Kurtz. So 2 more wargs come running straight along the normal path.
I'm fine, guys.
The first one kind of goes into the water a bit, but it's not deep enough at that point to slow it down completely. So he reaches out to bite. 11, and just sinks into armor.
Repost.
Okay.
I think it's your reaction.
Oh yeah, that was reaction, so you already used it.
Okay.
Yep.
Shit.
And then the next warg is going to do similar.
Can they even see me at this point?
Oh, and he crit.
Oh.
Neat. Oh, I don't have that adamantine armor yet, so.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
13.
Ooh, I mean, you're probably fine. Oh no, unless you're not.
Oh shit.
So you
What is happening?
I was just about to say you're probably fine. Fuck!
It's all coming up aces, guys. It's fine.
Damn it.
At
All
least
right.
it's the last one.
So
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
So Kurtz, you're standing there, and wargs are just swarming around, just snapping at every angle, and one of them sinks into the back of your neck and just cripples you down to your knees.
I would
And
like to rage.
20, 20.
Can
And
like all you like.
it does 22 piercing damage.
I'm sorry, it does what?
22 piercing damage.
Okay, so it does
It's a
19. But that's cool.
He crit as he sank his teeth into the back of your neck.
Yeah.
You rolled really good.
Jesus.
Sorry, my dude. All right, Rin. Save the day.
Yeah. Rin is going to go ahead and, obviously he's standing up, but he's going to move just back a little bit further next to Finley, and then he's just going to say something in Elvish as he starts whirling his hands again once more, and the incantation starts to swirl a ball of fire in midair that he just has it go right above the wolves, and then brings it down straight onto them, trying to burn them up into a little bit of singe. I'll go for the one that's closest to, well, not closest to Finley, but the one that's just opposite of Kurtz. I'll put a circle down for you. But
They're all just opposite of me.
He's completely surrounded.
All right,
If you didn't care about Kurtz, you'd get all of them.
Yeah. But yeah, so the DC is 12. I have no idea why it's 6 to 10 for some reason. But
Odd.
yes, DC 12.
So dexterity. And you're only dropping on the one and not on all of them?
I can't drop it on all of them. I can only drop it in there. Oh, stupid thing. Nope, no, not that. Yeah, I can only drop it in an occupied space, but any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it will have to make the additional saves.
Okay, it failed a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so it does take 6 fire.
And that's on number 5.
That is on number
3.
Yeah, it'll be on number 3. Yeah, because I'll just draw my circle now. No, not a square.
Hold alt.
3.
Alt. I did, and it didn't like me. Once more.
It's a cube of fire. It's more intimidating.
All right. Okay. Alt. There we go. There's the circle. Slightly ovaled, but that's okay.
Okay. Damn, Kurtz. This sucks for you, man.
And then, yeah, that is my main thing right there at the moment.
Okay.
Because I think it's still a yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That warg is dead, so we can take him out of initiative.
Oh, thank goodness.
Kurtz.
All right, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. Half
Good idea.
Sort of
movement,
just
but it doesn't really
throwing-
matter because
Yeah.
you're not really going
I'm in
anywhere.
the perfect position. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm in the perfect position.
Yeah, you're 10 feet from the fire this time.
Yeah. I'm then gonna use my action surge to, or not my action surge, my second wind.
Either would
heal.
be good options.
Yeah. I can only use one, unfortunately. Heal for 13.
That's
Okay.
good for you.
That's really good. That was almost max.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Fuck.
Just go Super Saiyan, man.
Yeah.
Take the dodge action.
I got you, dog.
I don't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing again where I hit things. I'm gonna hit this number 2.
Number 2. Okay. That is a
All right.
hit. Ooh. You almost take it down, but it is barely
It's
standing.
fine. It's fine because I'm gonna use maneuvering attack again
Okay.
and add my D8. And then,
So you're doing additional 6 damage?
yeah.
All right, how do you want to do it?
I imagine they're just on top of me. So
They dog piled.
yeah, and I'm just gonna like throw them off and just grab this one as I'm like pushing them off of me, roll down, and then just sort of like cleave down into its neck.
Okay.
And then just stand up and look around at the others. And then I'll give the maneuver to Finley, and he can move without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Beautiful.
So,
You can move
half his
two
movement.
squares. Two squares.
Can he get across the river, DM? Would you say with his 25 speed?
Finley?
Yeah.
It's gonna be difficult terrain, so it'd be half movement. It looks like it's about
Still be 10 feet.
Yeah.
Or he only can move half his movement with the maneuvering thing.
Oh, that's
One
true.
square in the
Only
river.
5 feet. Okay.
But it is Urgra's turn.
Yeah, but Finley can't see anything. We'll say I'll be Kyle, and he'll just move over here to get out of the reach of the one that's still alive.
Good.
Urgra, she's gonna come over here, and she's going to use her Slayer's Prey on number 5. It looks like.
Okay.
We're gonna do a scimitar attack. Scimitar. 21.
Ooh, that's definitely a hit.
Do some big D. Ooh, that is pretty big. Ooh, and another crit on your Slayer. Shit.
That is 14 points of damage, almost max.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stand in front of Finley. He's smaller than Ren.
Okay.
That is the DM face of, oh crap, she's just killed another one.
Yes, double checking math. So it is bloodied.
Okay, that is Urgra's turn.
Okay. All right, that warg is dead. So we go to Finley.
All right, so I was behind Urgra. I maneuvered off to the side a little bit, and as I'm maneuvering to the side a little bit, I can hear Kurtz and I can hear dogs whimpering because I know Kurtz is around if dogs are whimpering because he's probably killing them. And I kind of went out to the side. What can I see up ahead of me here? Like, is it a whole bunch of wargs around Kurtz up there?
There's 3 wargs still around. There's 2 dead ones adjacent to those. Between you and Kurtz, Urgra has stepped in and started attacking one of the wargs still up. So there is.
And you have nowhere to run. You're surrounded by water. So you can try to forge the river, which is about 10 feet, which you could do. But yeah.
That's okay. All right, I got this. All right, so as my bonus action, I will spend a bardic inspiration and do my mantle of inspiration. And as my action, I will cast Shatter. So the combo deal here is that with mantle inspiration, my friends will have 5 temporary hit points, and they can use their reaction to move to speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So
Do you get that as well?
What's that?
Do you get that as well?
It's 4 people, so I don't think I can choose myself.
I don't think you can choose yourself.
So
That's how
my
bardic
3
inspiration works.
My 3 friends should be able to move using their reactions, and they get 5 temporary hit points. And the idea here is that I'm hoping that Kurtz can use his reaction to get away from Worgs, and as he walks away, I can cast Shatter on the 3 that are grouped together, because Shatter is centered on a point, a 10-foot radius, which is a 20-foot diameter, so it's still a pretty big circle.
If you focus it on Kurtz, it'll hit all the wargs.
Okay.
It would hit all of us too.
So can I put it? Can I put it like back behind them? Like
You can get 2 of them easily.
Yeah, you can either do 2 and not hit Kurtz, or you could do
But
all
if we-
3 and hit
and
Kurtz.
But
if Kurtz
I mean,
moves-
did you yell out your plan to us to get away from the wargs when you were doing this, or?
yeah. So my mantle inspiration is like, everyone get the fuck away, and then Shatter. And Shatter is the high-pitched ringing voice, so it's the combo of everyone get the fuck away. That's the mantle of inspiration, and away hitting the high notes is the shattering sound that I'm casting over that direction.
Okay.
It's like do it on the fireball, pretty much, or the fire orb.
A little bit back. Okay. All right. So
Kurtz, do you move?
Yeah, I'm thinking. If I move, do I take attacks of opportunity?
No.
No.
All right, then I'll just
Why wouldn't he?
back.
Because that's the Mantle of Inspiration. Your reaction is to make your movement, but no opportunity attacks.
Yeah, then you can hit all
Oh.
3. Yep.
I can't.
Yeah, that's the plan. Everyone
can't.
get the fuck away.
I can't use it.
He used his
I used my reaction.
Oh, he already reposted.
Yep. No, I
Okay.
used my lunging attack.
All right, cool. Well,
That's your reaction.
hopefully,
Actually, hold on.
I don't think it's your reaction to do
Yeah.
it on your turn. I think you're fine. I think it's like a
Okay.
bonus action
Yeah,
or something.
Repost is my reaction. The other ones are just things I can do. Yeah, so I can move. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just let
Finley,
it.
high DPS. Here we go. Let's see
Either
what
way,
your
it's
shatter
fine.
is.
I want to see how this goes, so that's fine.
Shatter is a.
it's a Constitution saving throw by the Worgs. The 3 Worgs.
Not bad, not bad.
And what's the DC on it?
14.
14.
All right.
Con.
number-
And I rolled 14 points of thunder damage, so it's full on a fail and half on a save.
You actually rolled 15.
14.
And it rolled it for you in the thing. If you can take the 14 or 15 either way.
Oh, whatever
just-
way's fair.
We'll just
It
use
doesn't
the one in the game because it's already on the chat. All right, so the first one rolled a 13.
matter.
Fail! Ooh.
It's 15 damage. He is severely wounded.
Damn it.
Second one rolled a 17, so it takes half.
Yep.
Okay. And then the third one rolled a 15.
Fuck!
Well, one of them's really hurt, though. I think 2 of them are actually really
Two
hurt.
of them. Yep.
Yeah.
3 and 5 are severely wounded.
So that was the Mantle of Inspiration, stinging, and a little bit of shatter noise on the high pitch back tone.
It's like a journey. It's like a journey concert.
Little Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So wargs are keen hearing and smelling, so they're super sensitive to loud noises. So you can see them just kind of whimper down and kind of like start like pawing at their ears, trying to block the powerful falsetto attack.
And whoever has a high enough perception, you could swear you see Finley kind of float just a little bit off the ground. That's it. That's my turn. I'm gonna stay behind Erdra.
Okay.
And if you have a very good perception, you notice one of his toes is tippy-toeing.
He's doing the
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Okay. All right, where we at?
Just one toe.
Oh no, Connor's been frozen. Ah, Connor.
All right. So the
All right.
warg,
Let's see them fuck me up.
warg nearest you is going to turn and snap.
5 temporary hit points.
Oh, you're back, Connor. I think you're back. I saw a blip.
Oh, he moved a little bit.
He's slowly moving.
What happened here?
I don't know, but this is kind of sad because technically, yeah, that's right. You're coming back slowly.
That lag though.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we're all keeping clear. Like our stream's really good, even though our host is kind of a little frozen.
I got lag. Yeah, just keep going, guys. It's not my turn.
You're back. You're back.
All right, so the bite attack does. What's your AC? 16. Yep, it does hit, and it does 8 piercing damage. And I need a strength saving throw.
On me?
Yep.
Alright. Neat.
I've already rolled your ones here.
Fuck.
11. All right, so you are knocked prone.
Alright, so you said it was 8
Yeah.
piercing damage? Alright, so it's 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing. Yep.
You think I have those
did it
temporary hit points?
Fuck.
Yeah, good temporary hit points. 11
Yeah.
and 10 hit points.
All right. The other warg will move up and also try to bite you, and that will
Hi!
that will also hit, doing 5 piercing. So
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the last one will move up and do it as well. So you're
Come at me,
surrounded,
bro.
surrounded by more dogs.
This is where I live.
Its attack is 16.
That is my AC. It would have advantage since I'm prone.
Oh, it does. You're right. The second attack is worse.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, if it is my armor class, it hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is 13 piercing damage.
Oh.
Only 10.
Whew.
My god.
I'm gonna need a nap and a sandwich after this.
A nap and a snack.
In that order, too.
The cure-all to all your wounds.
Man, which
Kindergarten taught us this at an early age.
You're at 18
Dude needs a
hit
juice.
points.
Dude needs a juice box.
Okay.
Thank God for that fucking heavy armor master.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing it ate through that 5 temporary hit points pretty quick.
Oh yeah. I mean, it completely canceled out the first attack. So
Yeah, as this is happening to poor Kurtz, Rin is going to take his orb and focus it as he kind of pinpoints with sights with his fingers and boom, slams it to the back of number 3.
Okay.
Hits it, so it makes a dex save.
And I crit.
Oh, well, then you only take half of the damage, which is going to be 3. So you take one fire, that massive 1 fire on number 3.
That's unfortunate because he's really low. Okay.
And then I will go ahead, as number 3 is getting hit from behind, I'll then twist my fingers in the back and then shoot a firebolt as my action, since that is my bonus action to move it.
Okay.
And I'll shoot it at that number 3. No! No, that was bad. I can't hit Kurtz, though, because he's prone, but, you know.
yeah, there's that at least.
Yeah, that's good.
Was it a nat 1?
It's a nat 1. It's a
Yeah.
nat 1.
I'm lagging bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nat 1. It would have been great damage. I rolled an 8 out of 10. But
Okay. Kurtz.
I need to just throw my dagger.
I'm gonna stand up again.
Why bother? Just stay down, man.
Swing my sword from the ground. Fuck you! Alright. I'm gonna attack number 3.
Pick number 3, my lord. Okay.
Hits. Use my action surge.
Oh my god.
That is a
This
miss.
is supposed to be an easy fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action surge. Attack number 3 again.
Do it. No!
Oh,
Jesus.
What is happening?
Got another nat 1.
You'll never know, Kyle.
With us now.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And thank God there's no wheel of misfortune, otherwise you and I
Let
could
me. I don't know if I have a potion.
You have your necklace.
Yeah, but that's an action to cast the spell.
Yep. So,
I'm out of
as
potions.
you are standing up from prone, and you just start flailing around, and you lock eyes with one of the wargs, the one that bit you really hard, and staring into his eyes, you almost feel like it's trying to Heart of Darkness you.
Come at me, bro. I'll fire back at it. You're in my house, bitch.
Right,
I've seen some shit.
Urgra is going to stay where she is. She's going to attack number 5 with her scimitar.
Okay.
Let's see if I also am cursed.
It's just me.
That is a
Pretty
hit.
good.
I'm okay, 16.
That is
We
a
lost the
hit.
paladin, so I'm the meat shield now.
I'm really here to take hits, but they're not attacking me for some reason.
I'm a big motherfucker.
You're slightly camoed. They just see this green thing with a floating sword.
All right,
Yeah,
anyone do it?
Yeah, at this one, like, I see them jumping off Kurtz, and as he, like, knocks it off with his sword, he rolls over towards me, and I just, like, stab it right in the back of its neck.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to come over to freaking fire orb nonsense. And I just look at the number 3 across the corpse of its dead friend, and I use Slayer's Prey on it just to mark it.
Okay.
As my bonus action, and that's my turn.
Okay. We'll use.
Fucking fire orb.
I guess.
Kurtz is tired, guys. I'm an old man, alright?
All right, Finley. You're just seeing massive carnage, people up and down, up and down. What do you want to do?
Mostly.
All right.
Yeah.
In relation, where is Kurtz in relation to any wargs and stuff?
Right
Still
next-
surrounded.
So he is next to 2 wargs, but he is also directly next to you, within 5 feet if you want to do touch or something.
I'm meat shielding you.
Yeah.
He is right next to me.
Mhm.
He is right next to you.
Kurtz is next to you.
All right.
I can screen share real quick if you want to see it.
That's okay. My phone is reversed because remember the
Right.
selfie side broke.
Oh,
so
that's
I'm
right. Right.
Looking at the backgas on my fucking phone for this whole time.
Kyle, you're just so broken.
Okay. If Kurtz is right next to me, I'll do a double whammy, and I will reach down and touch. I don't know what's next to me. I'll touch him somewhere. Where do you want me to touch you at?
Just get a nice pat of that rock hard ass. I mean,
Okay, cool. I'll give you a slap on the ass and
Good game.
I'll cast Cure Wounds. I'll cast Cure Wounds on you. At the same time, we're like, come on, man, you're better than this. Fuck these bitches up, and I will do a Bardic Inspiration as my bonus action.
You should have done.
I got the Cure
get
Wounds.
knocked down, but I get up again.
Actually,
Stop falling on the ground.
Oh, do you want to do it first level or second level, Finley?
First level, please.
but I don't see that in his spell list. He's got Healing Word, but not.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
I have Cure Wounds.
Do you?
No.
She just wasn't updated.
Not on this sheet.
Oh, because this is the 4th. Yeah, he has it though. I think.
Okay. Either way, I did the roll. It was 2 + 4 is 6 HP for you, Kurtz.
I will take it.
Yes.
Right up the ass.
Oh yeah,
On.
Oh,
not
yeah.
in. Oh, in. Okay.
I'm no stranger to love.
He feels the pat and kind of shoves the fingers in.
Well, he knew the rules, and so did Finley.
No, you know what? It is Healing Word. I apologize. It's Bane, Disguise Self, Healing Word, Phantasmal Force, Shatter, Suggestion, and then another one. My fault.
Okay.
It is Healing Word.
It's even better. I rolled a 4 for
I'm
that
still
one.
gonna pat him on the ass. That's gonna happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to take that second one, DM?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you get 8,
Sorry,
Kurtz.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. It is Healing Word.
No worries. Session 0.
So you technically didn't even have to touch him, Finley. But I mean, that ass.
Oh no, he did. Yeah, but that ass dough.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
Yeah, I'm no fucking magic. I hit things.
But okay, and that's my turn. As long as I'm kind of hidden behind my friends, Healing Word and Bardic Inspiration. That's my turn.
All right. It is one of the wargs' turn, and he was it Bane or was it Vicious Mockery that was on him?
It was the Slayer's Prayer.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
It's just more damage.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Just gonna take a breath and wait for it to chew my throat out.
All right. Yeah, he missed you, you lucky duck.
Repost. It's my last one, guys.
Okay.
Good money, no whammies.
Hey,
That is-
there we go.
That is
All
a
right,
hit.
I get to add the D8.
Thing's gonna die.
16.
Oh yeah, come on.
Woo!
Even if you didn't kill it, it's standing next to fire.
All right. How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
This one, as I get up and feel the healing sort of run through me and my wounds start to heal, I just want to grab it by the scruff of the neck and slam it into the ground and then just start stomping on its head with my boot until the skull breaks.
So as you're stomping on its face, you see canine teeth fall out, and you're just crushing, stomping the heel. You see two canine teeth fall out. All right, and the other warg will once again go in for a bite. 23.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Give me another strength saving throw. See if you're not prone.
If I fall down again,
I get knocked down.
Get back up.
The good modifier.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh, you're solid. He does 6 piercing damage before
So
the reduction.
all right. Yeah, I'm pissed now. Kurtz is,
Oh,
Kurtz is in
now?
the moment now.
Now
Yeah.
you're pissed?
Yeah.
Just now.
Boy was tired.
Getting fucked up is just like, oh, whatever. But like the fact that I've been knocked down so many times, yeah, that's what pisses me off.
All right, Rin.
Yeah, as that one dies, he's going to guide it over the corpse and smack it into the one that just bit at Kurtz,
Okay.
slamming it home. So it makes another deck save.
Ah!
I rolled a 19.
Okay, well then, so you take 4. And if it is still alive, I will once
It
more
is. It
I will
is.
conjure up another bolt of fire, and I will fling it
Okay.
right into his face.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah! Oh, I flung that
Ooh.
shit right in there. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Did any of those explode? No.
No, sadly, but...
Close.
15 damage. Let's see.
Plus the 4. 15 and 4. That's 19 total.
I don't
19.
normally share hit point information, but he's got 1 hit point.
Kurtz deserves a
Kurtz, you
kill.
can finish it off.
Kurtz, it is your turn.
Finish him.
I'm gonna miss.
You see this bloodied, burnt
Kurtz,
Worg.
you like 5 of these things. Just...
No, I've killed all of them.
No, he
Most
just
of
killed
them.
this one. He just stomped this one down.
He did stomp one. Okay.
And didn't he kill the first one that came at us?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay.
I think you have a new favorite enemy. 16.
Will a 16 do it?
That is
There
a
you go.
hit. Well
All right,
done.
this one, I just want to come up from the bottom, ram the sword up through it, lift it over my head, and then slam it into the ground.
Okay. All right. Good job. So, it was an adrenaline pumping moment of just wargs biting, knocking over, mad, furious attacks and flames everywhere. The dust finally settles. You just see dead warg bodies.
I am going to
next to
move
you.
away from this burning ball of doom that always
And
fucks me up.
actually, the burning one kind of it's on the side of the bank, and its body just kind of slowly slides into the water and just kind of sinks down. And you hear the singed, slightly on fire fur go tss as it falls underneath, and it's over.
I'll break the concentration then on that board.
Okay.
Kurtz, you all right, Bert? Yeah, look, you've seen better days there.
Just covered in blood at this point.
Yeah,
Both mine and others.
It's really hard to decipher between like your blood and the warg blood there, but it looks good on you. I'm just saying. It's just, are you all right?
Most of it's mine. I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Is that from the necklace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, neat. It's 3.
That was a nice. It's a daily.
So as this is happening and wargs are singeing and stuff, can I take a look around to see why there was a whole bunch of just fucking random wargs? Like, can I see anything else coming in our direction?
You can. All right. You looking from here, or are you gonna walk around?
Stay within eyesight of my friends, but yeah, just kind of like, see if there's anything else going on.
Okay.
Yeah, Ergo was also going to explore where they
Okay.
came from.
Okay.
I'm going to sit down and take a short rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone's going to make sure nothing kills Kurtz.
All right. Urgra, give me a perception check.
Sure.
And AJ, can you roll one for Finley?
Yeah, I totally can. I'm going to be so good with it. It's going to be amazing.
13. Man.
I have dice. Just all you have to do is add my mods to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice when
That's
it shows up on the chat.
Just do it in there. It's fine.
All right. So Finley, you're looking to see if like there's any other immediate threats, and you don't.
Yep.
You don't.
Just.
Yep.
Yep.
Coast is clear. Urgra, you don't see. You see like some scat. Like it looks like they've maybe been sitting there for a bit. But then, as you look at the bodies of these, you do notice an orcish symbol branded on the hind quarter shoulder, like the ass cheek, pretty much of all
The flank.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
It's the word.
All of the wargs have this orcish branding, but none of them have the mount gear on them.
Mm-hmm.
Are we taking a short rest? Because if we are, I'll Song of Rest it up for us. Are we taking a short rest?
I definitely need a short rest.
Yeah, you guys
I'm
can take
spent. I'm fucking spent.
Is there anything else,
All right.
Urgra, that you want?
Just so you remember what it does. If you are friendly creatures who can heal your performance, regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 on top of that.
Okay.
And I'll sing to Kurtz. I'll be like, "You've seen better days. You got this. You've seen better days. The warg blood washes out." That's awesome.
Did you get hit, Raina?
Yeah, at the very beginning, I was pounced hard, and then,
Oh, right.
But yeah,
So whoever
so
hits, if you spend a hit dice, add a d6 of bardic love.
Okay.
I was a little hurt, not as bad as Kurtz. Kurtz took the brunt of it.
All right.
They took it like a man.
That's what I do.
Well, it looks like these animals were once trained by orcs, but it's odd. The trained ones usually have their tackle and bridles or that sort of thing. They just sort of are almost tied on and they're never taken off. So the fact that these things have the brands but none of the gear, I'm wondering if maybe the orc tribe they belong to may be dead or something.
Dead, or well, can they train wargs to be just savage brutes? They don't have to ride them, do they? They can just be.
Wargs in general don't tend to pay good attention to lessons unless they have something riding them with poking them sharply to remind them, no, this is what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of let them free, but it's kind of a gamble.
And that orcs in this area tend to not use like a reward system with training animals. They use a punishment for bad behavior, which is a very inefficient way of training animals. But so with wargs in particular, because they are a little bit independent, if they're not trained properly, they are extra brutal with the training with wargs, with massive punishment for being disobedient. But you don't see any of the traditional corrective strikes scarring on these beasts. Does that make sense? The ones that are mounts, the extreme punishment marks you don't see on their bodies.
Okay, can I examine the brand that I have noticed? Do I recognize what tribe it belongs to, or?
You don't recognize the tribe. You do know several tribes. It's definitely not yours for sure. But the ones that you are familiar with, it's not any of them. But it does look like it falls in line with how they would look. Does that make sense? Like it's a plausible orc tribe symbol.
Yeah.
Well, Urgra beat me to it, but I was going to see if I could investigate these brands too when she says that these orgs have these brands on them.
I mean, you guys could roll for it, but just if she doesn't know, you guys don't know.
Oh. Well, then
doesn't.
Now who's racist, DM?
I don't want to investigate it then. How about that?
This doesn't make any sense. They don't have the tackle on them, so it doesn't mean that they escaped. But they also don't have the marks and wounds that would say they were captive. So,
would you like me to send Orion out, scout ahead?
It might not be a bad idea.
Probably a good idea. And also, who's Orion?
I quickly hold my hand out like so, and then out of nowhere, a little barn owl appears, probably about maybe 1.5 feet tall. This is Orion.
It's a ghost.
I put him on my shoulder.
So Urgra, after thinking about this branding, you're not sure, but a thought comes to mind that maybe you don't recognize the symbol because it could be from goblin or hobgoblin. Maybe. You don't know. Orcs use them as mounts, but they can be used by smaller creatures as well.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what this means. Either it could be that a tribe of orcs captured them, branded them, and then let them go with no training for unknown reason, or else it's possible that there are other races that use these things as mounts. Goblins, hobgoblins. Usually, it's tough for them to do because don't have the strength of orcs, but they've been known to do it.
Are there some in this area? Do you know if there's a group of them?
DM?
You don't know.
I'm not quite as familiar with this area as I could be.
And one more thing that stands out about them is orcs almost always braid the tail hair of the warg, if any domesticated warg, and they're always braided, and they usually put some kind of orcish ornaments or something in there as well. They usually don't mess with the tuft at the neck because they use that for holding on to, but the tail, they usually go kind of like a war
decoration.
Yeah, thank you. And because they're always in that braid, even if you like undid the braid, the hairs would still be kind of kinked from always being in that. And none of these works have that. They're all very, very straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the more I look at these things, the less I think orcs are involved.
Why is that?
Well, they were left without any sort of trainer. They don't have any of the marks that I would expect that is involved with training that is traditionally done with orcs. And number 3, if you look at the tail, sort of a long time-honored tradition in orc culture is to braid the tail of the wargs. These clearly have not undergone any sort of treatment.
Rin is quietly pulling out a piece of paper and writing this down while looking up.
Okay.
Right. After Urgra shares about the tail, may I now investigate the ward to see if I see anything else of substance? Like, are their teeth weird? Do they pierce their eyes out? Do they pierce their ears? Is there anything otherly descriptive besides a branding on the back of their ass and their tails aren't braided?
You know nothing. You're picking up nothing. You're looking at these beasts. You've never seen one of these before, so you don't know what to compare it to.
I'm not comparing it to anything. I just didn't know if, like, I pick up a tooth and there's like an earring in it, or their one eye's, all the left eyes are gone or something. I was just seeing if there's anything else descriptive or anything non-descriptive besides the tails and the back leg flank branding.
Yeah.
What's the branding look like?
It looks like it's kind of hard. It almost looks like a handprint with large separations between the digits of the fingers, but there's only 4 digits, like a thumb, and then 3 fingers.
Saruman.
But the gaps in between the finger portions are exaggerated, like the distance between like the palm piece and then the sections there. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait, Urgra, how many fingers and thumbs do orcs have?
5. Well, they have 1 thumb and 4 other digits, if that's what you mean.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, and I'll point it out to her. I'm just saying that it's just a little bit different because, I mean, look at it. There's only 3 and a thumb here. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Would I know if that's what goblins have?
Do you have any experience with goblins?
They are humanoids, and that's my favorite enemy. So I can do a roll for it if you want, and I have advantage for recalling favorite enemy knowledge.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
All right, leaving it to chance.
While that's going on, I want to cut open one's stomach and see what they've been eating.
Oh.
Yes, there's my Kurtz.
We are overdue for a break, but I do want to wrap this up before we stop it.
Nature, that's what I want. 14.
Okay, so you are uncertain because it seems like this branding, the more you examine it, it almost seems like a really cheap constructed branding, and probably was not a lot of efficiency or care in giving it. When you compare the brands to the other brands, they weren't like uniformly applied. Some of them were maybe angled, and not every finger is there. You know what I'm saying? So with the crude branding equipment, you do get the strong indication that it's not an orc hand, but lining it up with any other non-orcish creature, nothing really stands out because of the poor quality and the lack of detail in the branding. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, I'm just pretty sure it's not orcs, but I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
You didn't rule out anything else either, though. But
Yeah.
Well, then.
What did I find in the stomachs?
Give me a quick second. Let me think about this. I don't want to give an answer that will.
No, guys, I did the right thing.
You broke the game, man.
No, that's good. That's good.
I did it.
You won D&D.
I am winner of all.
Just don't ask her to roll dice.
It's because it only took you like what 30 damage, and you know.
Okay,
That's
so
way more than 30 damage.
most of the food has been digested, but what you're able to pull out from the stomachs that is still hasn't been dissolved. The meat seems to have been from portions.
Portions?
Yeah, as in like pulling them out of the different worgs and laying them all like they're all digested at different rates, but they
kind
came
of form a
Yeah.
single. Okay.
yeah, like it didn't just swallow a pig.
It's Kurt's favorite puzzle. Put the pieces back together. Find out what.
I'm just there like a maniacal child, like with chunks of meat and like half a leg, just like.
Yeah. You're dextering this shit.
Are you willing to take a bite?
Fuck no.
Okay.
The only thing I'd like to do, DM, before we take a break is, can I find a nice warg tooth, like a big one?
There was two that was
two.
there was two that was knocked out that are on the ground, or you can rip one out if you want.
No, I'll take one of the ones that Kurt's knocked out. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yep, there's two, the sharp, longer canine laying on the ground.
I like to put them into my mini bag of holding.
Ooh, okay.
Now, definitely don't stick anything in there because you could get jabbed.
Just ever so gently put them in.
Okay.
That's all. That's all I do.
The danger just adds to the excitement.
Yep.
So, you open the pouch, and you go to drop the teeth in, and you notice that when you deposit an item into this little sack of holding, you kind of see like a radiant, glowing, gold glittery kind of look coming from the inside of the bag. It's not enough to like shine light on something, but if you're looking into it, it seems that what you would perceive to be the inside wall of the pouch glows that gold, but as you drop the teeth in, they fall into, a much, much bigger container.
You should definitely stick your dick in there.
Well, yeah. If I wanted to know before,
Yeah, you can fuck the Milky Way.
it'd be galactic banging here.
And then-
All right. That's good. That's a good note.
And then as you pull on the two golden strings to cinch it, as you pull it shut, the kind of glimmering stops.
Okay.
All right, we will go on our next break, and we will pick it up from there. Thanks for sticking with us, and we will be back in a few minutes.
Sweet.
All right.
Sweet.
everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Anoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need, a sword against the darkness.
My name is Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Just wait it.
All right, and we are back. All right, so you guys finished your short rest. The bodies of the wargs are still laying before you. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Did you want me to scout with Orion?
Yes, that'd be great.
All right, I send Orion up as I start to begin peering through his eyes.
Okay.
As he flies.
So this map is not very big. So yeah, there's nothing in the vicinity. As he flies around, there doesn't seem to be any more wargs or any other signs of any kind of enemy or monsters or anybody.
Okay. I'll bring Orion back as he lands on my shoulder. I'll re-establish vision.
Okay.
Well, it's clear from what I can see in an aerial view.
I think these are attack dogs.
Yes,
No, not like orcish or goblin attack dogs. They'll hold up the portion. Like, I mean, I imagine that orcs wouldn't chop up portions for their animals. They'd just throw a carcass into the pen and let the strongest have at it.
It depends, but the second one is more likely.
So
They did
also
show signs of having scat in this particular island, so this
almost like they were guarding this road.
It's possible.
Well, is there anything nearby that you know of at all, or a lodge, a tribe, a town, a village, a hovel, anything?
I'm really not familiar with this area. I came this way because I didn't think there would be anything here. There's no major settlements. This was supposed to keep us away from the main road and keep our heads down.
Well, I know we're circumventing the main road, but you followed a side road. There's bridges here, so clearly the road leads somewhere.
Well, yes. I mean, we couldn't possibly forge this stream without a bridge. I'm not insane. But, no, we'll go back into the woods as soon as we cross.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can you navigate without needing a path?
Of course.
I'm also a cartographer.
What is that?
I make maps. So
He's good at reading, especially if they're done properly.
not only that, I mean,
And
terrain, stuff like that. Like,
And any terrain model made not to scale, we know he doesn't like.
Who would like that?
it's the twitch of rage thinking about it.
Due west is not enough information.
But if your owl didn't see anything, I say, what time of day is it? It was kind of confusing because we had like only limited vision. So is it night or is it?
The limited vision was just for mechanical reasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys left before ones would normally set out, so the light was a little bit lower. So now would be early morning.
Okay.
So now would be about the time that adventurers would probably usually set out from camp. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Because you guys left a little early.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot something. I'll run back over to the bodies, pull out my stamp, put it in blood, and then stamp with a rock.
Okay.
Right. Now it feels completed, like the person.
I walk over to Kurtz as he's doing this. What are you doing?
I just like hold it there, like stamp, the point.
It's my trademark move.
Do you do this with everything you kill?
Yes.
Even people?
Yes.
Out of curiosity, these things that haunt you, does it include the animals?
No.
Okay. And with that, Urger is going to take out a dagger, and she's going to start cutting off a little lock of hair from each of the wargs.
Okay.
And she's going to put it in a little satchel.
Are you cutting it from the main tuft or from the tail?
Probably the main.
Okay. So the main fur is finer and softer than the tail hair is like coarser and very brittle and split ends and stuff. But it's very, very warm. That particular section of fur is what a lot of orc chieftains will use around the shoulder neck piece of their attire to stay warm during the winter.
And after she's done with that, is there anything else we need to do, or can we get moving?
Well, you're the one who's holding us up by gathering trophies here. I mean...
That's about the closest I've seen Rin to a burn. That was pretty good. We can work with it. We could work with that, but that was pretty good. But no, I'm pretty sure. Usually when Kurtz puts the stamp down, that's like, the period at the end of the sentence. So really, yeah, we're good here.
Period marked in blood.
Yeah, as they are.
All right, then let's move out.
Okay.
Does anyone have any trouble? I'm thinking about us moving a little more stealthily. Any thoughts?
I'll try my best to
Try.
not make noises.
Okay. Trying to move stealthier is going to slow you down.
Yeah, that's what I was asking people's opinion.
I assume safer is better.
I mean, we're kind of in a hurry, aren't we?
Do I know how long we have until the trial date or anything like that, or?
Okay, that's actually a very
Are we
good
rushed?
question. So the party, from what they know, it's trials either right now or happened or very, very soon. The indication from Devis when he hired you, and just because you picked up a little snippets here or there through passing conversation, and you like to gather lots of intel about your missions, probably more than an average mercenary. You just really like to know the particulars, so you did a lot of just overhearing conversations, and you probably could piece together that the trial was pushed back a little bit for reasons you don't know, but
It's because of my stamps.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it up to all of you. I think that stealthing may be a little more good since we have an unknown quantity somewhere in this area, but I mean, we did make pretty short work of those wargs.
I'm all for sooner the better till we get there, so I'm not really into the stealthy mood. I'd rather just get there sooner and be done with it, if it's all right with everyone else.
Same.
I suppose there you have it. Just keep your eyes peeled.
okay.
All right, and off we go non-stealthily.
Okay, so the trail kind of goes back into more of a thicker foresty type for a while, and it's one main path for quite a while, and it's probably about midday or so, and you come up to a fork in the road, and you guys have a decision to make. So this is off of the main trail to go to Candoria. You guys are kind of trying to cut through the woods for expedient reasons, but also to avoid, attention as well. So you have two choices. You can continue on this trail that you're going, but there is another way that none of you have gone. That Urgra, you believe it may be a shorter path to get there quicker. But you have never taken that way, but you've taken this way before.
Do I know if the longer way is more populated?
Populated opposed to the way you've never been?
Is it is it more traveled by people, or are we more likely to meet someone on that particular way?
Because you haven't gone the other way, you are unsure. Yeah.
All right, man, here's the deal. We have two choices. The first one I have gone before, but it may take a little bit longer. The other one I've only heard stories about, but I'm confident that I can navigate it, and it's just going to be sort of what we get. But it is supposed to be shorter.
Have we come this way before, DM?
I think you three have not. I would say the main path that you guys didn't take, you have probably traversed that before. But because you guys are going off, through the, this wooded...
Off the grid!
Yeah, off grid, that I would say you three haven't.
I'm only asking because some of you seem to want this to go as quickly as possible.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. First of all, she called us men. I look at the other two like, did you hear that? That's pretty. Anyway.
Hear that, Shrek? She called me a noble steed.
Yes. I mean, I for one am sticking with my guns of the quicker the better, bar the danger. So, I mean, I think we all work pretty well as a group, but I'm just one vote and one man. But I'm more for.
I'm just one noble steed.
Yeah.
Are there any like stories of, let's say, haunted woods? Just because in the area? No, like bad rumors and stuff like that.
Not even for Rin.
Yeah, unknown. I mean, there might be, but you haven't heard of any for this particular area.
From just the general running and moving about, can I kind of, from the maps I've seen, can I triangulate where we kind of are, just from how far we traveled and from where we've been, how much distance, how many days it would be for us if we followed the shortcut?
Taking the shortcut could maybe take out like almost a day's worth of travel, but you never know what could come up on either way. Could slow you down dramatically either way. You don't know, but you're estimating maybe a day-ish travel.
So at best, it might give us a day, an extra day. It could be crucial, perhaps, for Lilash at that point.
Oh, I should probably mention, Davish mentioned that for some reason, I don't know why, the trial was pushed back. Don't know how long.
Oh.
I don't know, but I have heard that it was pushed back.
Well, it seems like if I could just voice my opinion for a moment, something has, brought its good graces upon us. Not only do we have a quicker route possibly ahead of us, but we also have pushback on the time. So, my opinion, that's a double bonus. I think we should take advantage of all of that as soon as we can and get the sweet, sweet, beautiful, adorable, good-looking Lilash as quick as we can.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather fight wolves in the forest than armed highwaymen on the road if we're going to run into trouble.
Wizard?
I would say that perhaps we best go it as quick as we can. The less time out in the wilderness, the better.
Very well. That is the way we go.
Shortcut?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Of
nudge
course.
over a little bit. I nudge over a little bit, and I say, besides, I mean, you seem like you're fairly capable of handling yourself. You're up for a little adventure, right? This is a path untraversed for you, so this could be a great experience. So, tidy ho there.
So, you guys follow up to where it branches off of where she says this possible shortcut could be. Probable, I should say. So, as you start going down this path, you notice that just like random landscape features are gradually getting bigger in size. So, like places where people would sit, like rocks, like they're now be a larger size. And as you keep going and going, everything is now making you guys feel like halflings. Like even you, Kurtz, like you're starting to feel like a halfling. So Finley, you are just feeling like a bug. Everything is just getting proportionally larger and larger. And eventually you come up to a rock face, and it has the open archway going in, and you see some rail cart, like for like coal mine, like mining, some carts going into it, and the size of the rails are much bigger. So like the carts that would sit on these could hold many people. And you make your way to the mouth of this entrance, and it's very large. But you don't see any signs of anything that's big. It's just everything. It's physically bigger.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. I don't want to go underground again.
Yeah, it's like you're reading my mind here. Like there was no mention of caves or underground or no sun, so I'm kind of getting the heebie-jeebie second thoughts about all this as we approach the mammoth-sized cave of doom here.
Just breaking meta, it's not going to be like what you guys went through last time.
Is it a cave or is it more like suddenly a mountain that's the only way through?
It's the cave, but it's not very long. It cuts through. So going through this tunnel or whatever it is cutting time out where instead of you guys having to go way around.
Does it seem like we can see light at the other end somewhere, like a distant dot of any kind?
A gust of wind, even a
you
draft.
Guys, is the map working for you guys?
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It curves to the right.
So everything is just very large in proportion.
All right.
That's all we.
I have a plan. If we start going down, we turn around.
I like it. It's a solid plan.
How many hours have we already traveled just to get to this point?
It's about midday right now.
All right.
And
Do you want me to send Orion inside? He could scout ahead. If there's an easy path through, we can just quickly get through. But if it's a deep tunnel, we can avoid it.
Finley, in previous conversations you've had with Kurtz, you two have kind of bonded a little bit, and it dawns on you today might be Kurtz's name day.
It might be his what?
His name day.
Birth. Well, sort of like birthday.
Like a birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Technically not, but they're essentially the same significance.
Okay.
So he hasn't said anything. There's been no, but it just now dawned upon you that if when it had come up that it would, today you have a feeling it is.
This is a shitty name day. He was almost eaten by wargs.
Right. Or for him,
Yeah, best day ever.
Okay, I'll remember that. All right, I'll think on that for a little bit, but okay.
Yeah, send the owl.
All right. I get Orion to go and fly ahead as I start to scout through his eyes.
Yep. Go ahead and move the token. Let me switch screens here so they can see what we're seeing.
Really
Needs
hate.
to continue onward. There looks to be a gap. The road continues in different directions. The tracks continue up, but there seems to be caves leading other ways. The tracks dead end. The rest
Strong
is
gun.
darkness. I'm not sure. I'm just going to check to see if that's my limit. Oh yeah, no, that's my limit. I can't go any further at all. So,
Okay.
from what I can see, no, I don't see anything quickly out, but it doesn't.
So the terrain on the left is higher up than where you are, but since he's flying, you can traverse where it looked like it's a wall where you were just flying.
But yeah, it's still it's actually quite far away from my limitation is I can only go to here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, not that far.
Big map.
Big map. Yep.
While Rin's doing this, he can't see or hear anything, right?
No.
Not when I'm describing it. No.
All right. So as he's doing that, I go to Urgra and I put my hand up like this. I'll be like, and I kind of try to mess with. You said you can't. Can you hear or touch anything or feel anything, or how does that work?
I can feel, but I can't see or hear.
Right. Okay. So I kind of put my hand in front of his face like this.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I start doing humping motions on his leg like this.
Okay.
I'm like that, just to see if she'll do it. I don't know if she will.
The funny thing is that you're doing this when you know I can't hear you, so you could say this.
Yeah. I'm just letting her know, just on his leg like that, just to see if she'll do it. I don't know. Just play testing around here for a second.
You're saying that to Urgra?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a dick, Finley.
I mean, you don't really need one, but you just like you can't like really hear or feel or like see any of us doing it. I just just want to see if you do it. That's all. Just a little bit of fun. And I remember this.
And the owl comes back.
Oh, hey, Rin, you're back. Oh, whew.
Nothing happened.
There's nothing ahead. I couldn't see much.
Speaking of head,
But it's a very dark cavern.
Ooh.
You didn't see any signs of life or anything?
The tracks seem to descend into the darkness, but I couldn't see much. I didn't hear anything, but I have no idea where it goes or where it leads out.
I could try to scout ahead by myself.
No, that's a bad idea. We've already wasted. If we head back, we'll just waste more time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's just.
This is supposed to be the quicker way.
Well, there has to be a reason why no one knows anything about this place.
Well, you know to know that it's a shortcut.
Not so much no, it was more that I realized we could cut through this area.
I'm gonna go with it's because everyone's dead, but that's usually my fault.
Well, perhaps we just move quietly through here, at least.
All right, sounds good. I'll take point.
All right.
I'll light a torch because I'm human.
I'm gonna be moving a good distance ahead,
okay. And
and I'm gonna be stealthing.
yeah, be sliding Finley as well.
I'm not.
I'm going to try to be quiet. try.
Okay. Natural 19, making 26.
Yeah, you're good.
I feel like I'm honestly gonna be louder if I try to stealth.
Just regular walking. We're gonna go with default.
Yeah.
So, how much further in front of the party are you trying to maintain?
Honestly, like maybe even 50 feet.
Okay, I'm just curious because you guys are all moving. So just so I know.
Maybe,
and I'll try to make sure to keep behind you now.
So as you're going through, this map is kind of big. So you guys feel free to kind of explore a little bit.
Sure.
You're not seeing any signs of monsters or people or recent activity. So go ahead and take a little bit to explore around the cave. If you
Got
guys
some shit over here.
If you guys split up,
yeah, we'll stay together.
Yeah, it's okay if you split up, but I'm saying like just keep in mind to not like break the meta of like talking about something if they're not within earshot.
Yeah. Hey, I think I found something over to the right here.
Well, what was it?
There was several different carts, actually.
Carts.
As well as tracks.
Well, they must lead somewhere then.
Well, possibly,
So,
but not.
The cart on the north track where you're at, Urgra, is actually tipped over on its side.
Okay.
It's still on the rails, like physically laying on the rails, but the wheels aren't on the rails because it's laid over.
Are these Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Are the carts full of anything like ore, dirt, anything?
By dirt, it would just be like dusty dirt. Like it's not like dirt was loaded in it. There is some dirt in it, but it's just like
that good old dusty dirt.
The dusty musty.
DM, what have I discovered?
You notice a very large, like configuration of bars, which looks like maybe a grate. And are you peering down into it, or are you looking at it from a distance?
I'll peer down into it.
Okay, so you look down and you can hear, just because the way sound bounces off things, it sounds like the walls going down are probably metal, just like the metal that you see on the tops but then at the bottom, the way that sound is kind of bouncing off as you talking and ambient sounds. It sounds like it's probably water down at the bottom. And then over on the side, there is a locking door that has a very big, robust lock that is, the mechanical portions of it are broken. So it's like broken into the lock position. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, this doesn't help us escape this hole, tunnel, cave, I'm not sure what you would call this.
No, I can't imagine that that's the way out.
But because everything is just a bigger size, so like if this was scaled down, these would be, pretty thin bars, but they're pretty thick, and you're able to like very carefully walk across them, and you could probably fit your whole body through the openings.
Does it
So
look
can
like
I just walk right through?
What's that?
Can I just walk right through?
Yeah. So this
Any of us could.
it's a pit?
I forgot Kyle can't see. Yeah, so this thing is over off on the side, so the party's kind of moving on in another direction. This map is huge.
Does it look like a prison? Or like a holding cell?
Undetermined, because of the size of it. You wouldn't know what would be in there, and the fact that it's filled with water. You would probably lean towards thinking no, just because of the top of it is surface level and not higher. So like what could be stored down lower. But the expense and the work and the quality of it could definitely have held something in it. But that wouldn't be your first impression.
Come back over here, everyone.
Why?
I want to see what's in this.
Well, there's nothing down there. It's water, Kurtz.
But what's the point then?
I thought our point was to be quick, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it is, but maybe there's something down there worth taking.
Urger's going to go over to the door and take one look at this lock and say, this thing is fucked up beyond all repair.
I'll just, like, drop between the bars and then do a pull-up and pull myself back out.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to free move your body. The distance between these bars are quite large.
How deep of a drop is it?
Maybe like 40 feet.
Okay, yeah, Kurtz, I don't think you should do that. You won't be able to get back up.
Do we have any rope?
Well,
I think you guys do.
Listen, I mean, first off, we're in a cavern with no ore, right? There's no people here. There's no signs of people here. There's no signs of a struggle either. So why is there this big-ass locked pit?
I would guess some giant aquatic monster, off the top of my head.
I mean, yeah, don't you want to see it?
Do I want to die?
I have no desire to go down into more water today.
Finley, tie me off.
Okay. I will tie a rope off onto him.
Okay, this is ridiculous. You want to know what's down there, correct?
What ho! And I begin climbing down the rope.
This is not the dumbest thing he's done, Urgra, if you wish to know.
Yeah, at least it's not over lava.
At this point, Urgra is going to go between the bars herself, and she's going to start walking down the wall.
Isn't it like a sheer drop?
What?
She has slippers of spider climbing,
Oh, well, good for her.
Right.
and she has her bow ready.
Okay. So
Rin's just gonna watch her and go, oh, that's what the boots do.
I'm Indiana Jonesing this shit, just like torch in one hand, sliding down the rope.
So
Yeah,
Urgra
yeah.
is able
Looks really
to descend much quicker than Kurtz is.
Is Finley just like letting out the slack slowly? How is this happening?
I think it probably tied
Or are you
off
doing
and the
kind of like
rope
one
hanging.
of these, like you're actually doing?
I think Finley tied it off to maybe like the iron bars or something, so that there's.
That'll work.
That's what I would
I was
assume.
looking for a big rock, but the bar works too.
Yeah, the bars would work fine. So Kurtz is kind of, got the rope wrapped around, so he can control his descent, but he's not going to be able to go down it as fast as Urgra if she's just, walking.
Well, she's stealthing.
I've scaled some castle walls before.
Okay, so as you guys are going down, you notice that the metal walls for this
Thing.
Yeah. As it goes down, at the top, it was more of a cleaner metal, but as you're going down, it's starting to get more rusty as it's getting closer to the water level, and you can kind of see water residue marks at different heights. And as you're going down, it's more mineral depositing, more rust, and you are approaching the surface that's down about 40 feet.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of how slippery this wall is, and once I feel like it's dangerous for my slippers, I'm gonna stop.
So yeah, these old watermarks, it seems like it is old. It's not wet now, but it was at one point to corrode.
And I just gesture. Here it is.
I'm gonna pull out one of my wooden stakes.
Okay.
And just drop it and see if I can judge how deep the water is.
If it's wood, it would float, right?
Some wood doesn't fucking float.
Which wood are you talking about?
Driftwood.
That floats. That's
I don't know. Fuck it. All right, fine. I'll just
petrified, maybe petrified wood.
I'll just
I'll
just continue down into the water.
You're doing great, Kurt. Just keep on.
Okay, so the depth of the water is going to be deeper than a human would be able to
stand in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even dive. So you can check.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's really deep. The water doesn't seem abnormal though.
Coach, do you think that might have been maybe perhaps a tunnel that was flooded? They maybe accidentally hit something and they had to abandon it?
That doesn't explain the cage.
To make sure no one falls in accidentally. Or perhaps something was, removed.
You're only 40 feet down. You probably.
You're not that far down, Kurtz. Don't be stupid.
Look around. Is there anything that is interesting?
Yeah, there is some large inlet pipes that are grated off, and they're not big enough for your body to fit through. Maybe about yay big, pizza size, maybe. And they look like they're maybe where the water would be deposited into this reservoir, if that's what it is.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. So I'm just gonna climb back up the rope.
Okay. Okay.
Herber is going up too.
Okay.
She'll probably make it up before he does.
Yeah, you don't even have to do checks. You can.
I'm gonna try and beat her.
Oh, okay. Then give me a check. $15 versus what?
I mean, I'm just walking. I'm not engaging at all.
Yeah, I don't. If you crit, maybe I could see, something. But yeah, she beats you.
All right. Yeah, I'll just climb back out. Tough. Well, there's signs of construction down there. It's built up, which means that this mine probably goes pretty deep.
Well, what kind of construction?
Pipes.
Pipes leading into this.
Yes.
What were the walls made of?
Metal, but the farther down you get, the older and worse for wear it gets. The pipes are also screened off.
Well, this sounds more like a reservoir than a man-made well.
Why would there be a cage on top of a well?
Especially with a lock.
So let me get this straight. We haven't really figured out a way to get through this place to get continued on our journey, and the only thing that we don't know is there's a locked thing where we haven't gone yet.
There's plenty of
yeah.
There's plenty other areas. This was just it's a very, very large map. I wish you could see it.
Perhaps we should just press on.
Yeah. All right, collect the rope and push on.
All right.
So Kurtz, where you were just standing, you would have noticed it's a very large spire that's coming off, and it very quickly is conical, like a really tall, exaggerated combination between like a little volcano-looking thing or like a lava lamp. Kind of comes up, and then it's got a spout on the top.
A spout?
Mini volcano.
Does it look like a hive?
I mean, for the way it would look, something could be in it, but the construction of it isn't like hive. Like, it's not something a creature would have made. It looks like it's stone.
I don't like this place.
Yeah. What have I found over here, Sean?
It's a bunch of metal and wooden rubble. It looked like maybe it was some kind of tools or a cart. Broken boxes. You just see a bunch of random tidbits of stuff. Nothing of value or of importance is in there, but all of the wooden things look like they have deteriorated just from sitting there for so long.
Anything up there, Urgra?
Looks like there's another path up here.
As you descend up that staircase, the stairs do seem to they're not normal stairs. You can't really put your finger on what they are. As you walk on them, they aren't doing anything, but they might be magical, they might be mechanical, they might have some kind of function, but not doing anything at the moment.
So this ramp, or these stairs that I'm on right now?
The wooden one down here.
Yeah, I was wondering, because if it's made out of wood, and I just passed wood that was all deteriorated.
And this is not deteriorated.
Yeah. Can I do like a nature check or something on it?
Sure.
Nature check.
So you've already gone up and down, and there was no traps or anything.
That's 8.
What are you looking for?
Honestly, what makes this wood different from the stuff that had obviously disintegrated?
Yeah, you are unable to tell why it wouldn't.
Okay.
Maybe it's been maintained. Maybe it's a different kind of wood. Maybe it's magical. You're not sure.
Would I be able to see any sort of tracks on this sort of ramp if I looked?
No.
Didn't think so.
No tracks. But each step, like just the way it's constructed, they don't seem like it's a step. Like it may be something else.
Did Kurtz leave us? Where's Kurtz?
Nah, fuck you guys. You guys gave me shit for finding my tunnel.
There you are, way down there.
So, Kurtz, as you're wandering that direction, you start to hear a very loud sound of moving water. And you approach kind of the shoreline, but it's all rock. It's not sand. And you see there is standing water all across this, and there is extremely large gears that are not moving, that are in the water.
Up.
You gonna step on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you, where you just like jump onto it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you jump onto it, and you're looking at this giant,
Sigils.
just giant cog. Yeah, there's writing on it and stuff. Maybe some ancient dwarven hybrid language. It doesn't look dwarven. Maybe it's giant dwarven mix. You don't know. But you're examining these gears, and they look very fancy, very ornate. And are you just standing in place? Are you walking around? What are you doing?
So I'm actually a tinkerer.
Okay.
Can I use my tools somehow to like determine this mechanism's function.
Describe to me what you're going to be doing with the tools.
Not really with the tools. I mean, it's more just like the know-how, like gears and cogs and machine work. Kurtz knows it. Like, he's at least sort of familiar with it.
So for the part that you've explored thus far, seeing how these cogs are definitely connected, and this larger one that's near you seems to be the driving force for the rest of them, and they kind of daisy chain down to another mechanism that you haven't seen yet, but you're thinking that's definitely a system of, like, one spins the other.
I'll call out to the party at this point.
Okay. And he's southwest of where you guys are.
I would just mentally go, I'm trying to be quiet.
And where you guys are standing, you see this really large stone archway that goes from the part that you guys are at is much higher because of the stairs. Yeah, that part being. So there's a humongous stone archway that goes from there down to the base level, and you guys saw the other one when you were coming in, going across. So there's two of them. It's almost like a giant, like, McDonald's sign, but there's a large gap in between the two connecting.
Rin is going to go in that direction, point a hand, and cast the message spell towards Kurtz, and just say, "Keep your voice down. We're trying to be stealthy. What did you find?"
Is message a two-way or one-way?
It's two-way.
Okay.
Everything's dead in here, but fine. I found giant cogs.
So as you guys are making your way across there, you can see the water down below from where you are, and you see an enormous water wheel that's resting in the water, and just north of that is a very large wooden constructed bridge that kind of gaps over the water, and the resting water, you know, is coming through all of that, and the water wheel sitting there, not turning.
I'll message Kurtz and say, "One moment, sit tight."
Hop.
Do you see any way out past this bridge?
Oh, you're saying hop, Kurtz?
Yep.
Okay, so let's move you back to here. So you jumped to the second one there? Okay, so as you are moving across the gear, you hopping onto the second one, it kind of jarred the cog, and you hear a really loud, large mechanical bang noise in the distance, and the main driving force for the chain that's on the main cog starts to turn, and spinning the large cog really slowly, but the kind of like down gearing ratio, like it's starting to spin the one that you're on pretty fast, and you just hear clonk, 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 and it starts to move this daisy chain of cogs, and the drive line that goes from the cogs to the water wheel is activated, and this water wheel is starting to spin, and it's starting to kick up all the standing water, and it's just kind of splashing. It doesn't seem like it's moving it anywhere, but it's just kind of all splashing it. So where you guys are, you're just out of spray. It's not hitting you or anything, but it's kicking up a lot of turbulence in the water.
Do they just see my torch, like, spinning?
Can you guys see him from there?
As I go around?
Not with our sight. We can see his sight line.
Right.
But I mean,
see my torch in the dark.
Yeah, they can probably see the torch.
The torch is probably fine.
Dark, yeah.
It's just spinning.
Yeah.
Message spell. Kurtz, what did you do?
Okay, so you know how you told me to stay put?
Yes.
To the end.
I did that. And then stuff just started moving on its own. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, when there was a loud bang and stuff, could would we have enough time to like run in Kurtz's direction just to see what is going on in his direction, or?
Yeah, you guys could run there, but you're not sure where it came from. It sounded like it's pretty far away.
Yeah, Urgra would.
The bang and him are
Doesn't work.
separate directions.
Yes.
Well,
There is mechanical loud noises coming from his, but that loud bang that I was, referencing to came from a different direction. Yeah.
I would. Finley would start running. Go ahead, Urgra. Say what we're gonna say there.
Urgra's gonna see Finley run away, and she's going to take out her rope, and hand it to Rin, tie this to something, and she's going to start walking down the wall face.
There's nothing here.
You're supposed to be intelligent. Figure it out.
There's nothing behind too.
And as you say that, Rin, you look down and you see a perfectly shaped rock that your foot is resting on. You could tie that off to. No problem.
DM God, yes.
Yes.
How far down the drop is it from here to there?
You're actively just spinning.
20, 25 feet, maybe?
25 foot? Okay.
Kurtz, get back to shore.
I'll do my best to tie the knot down and then
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can descend down. I'm not
belay myself down.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make you guys do 100,000 skill checks. So you're able to get down fine. So you guys see Kurtz out on that cog, just kind of slowly spinning on it as loud just going in this water wheel. It's starting to just churn up the water. It's making it all choppy and white water, breaking the surface.
You did nothing. This is nothing.
Didn't do anything.
How did you get over there?
Hop.
So that would be jumping.
And as I say hop, I'm gonna jump to this cog.
The big one?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a little bit of a bit of a height difference between the cogs you were standing on and this one. So it's probably maybe 6 or 7 feet higher the surface. Yeah, you could pull up, but it is slowly turning. But you could time when the cog comes in to reach out onto the edge of the cog.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're able to pull yourself up, and you're on that top enormous cog, and it is slowly rotating, and you see that it's from this really, really big chain that is pulled super tight. The tension is enormous, and you're just standing there almost in awe of the amount of what could be driving this thing, because the weight of these chain, one chain alone could be a ship anchor, and there's these huge line of them driving this cog.
Hop.
Okay.
You're doing great, Kurtz. I approve of everything you're doing right now. That's amazing. You're doing great.
So you see another stack that's similar to the one you saw earlier that you guys were asking if it was a hive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That only cements my fears of it. There's another one. I'm gonna follow these chains, guys.
Be careful.
So
Can you send your owl after him or something?
What could Orion do?
He could see him when we can't.
So the chains kind of go off into holes that are into the walls off map. You're not
I'll
able to.
just quickly send Orion to start fluttering over in that direction.
What's this thingamajig?
You are not able to figure out what the hell it is. It's got these metal... Just for your own sake, it's kind of like a tank track that's just kind of laned out, but Kurtz wouldn't know what that is. But you have you have no idea what it is. You can really put a rhyme or reason to it. It looks like it's been laid down in a circular fashion, around that rock, but it doesn't seem to have a purpose. Mm-hmm. And then you do see another stack there. And then looking over the water, you do see another large rail, just like the one when you walked, that you followed in. It is coming across this, on top of this cliffside that's next to you. But the railing kind of ends while it's overhanging the cliff over into the water.
All right. Before I inform the party, I'm gonna do something stupid.
Oh, that's fine. The owl's
Perfect.
watching you from above.
Perfect.
I'm gonna investigate this.
Stick your head in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick my torch inside and see what I see.
And that
That'd be a
is
monster.
where we will end the game.
That was the game
Yeah.
over button.
Just slow zoom
Sticking
in
something
and
into a
just a
hole.
look of shock.
We're actually, we're at 3:17 for runtime, so we're actually a little bit longer. All
That's
right.
good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I also didn't want to go too far into this because next week Kyle will actually be able to see everything that we're trying
Good.
Lord willing.
trying to describe. So, still lots more to explore, and you guys got to figure out how to get out of here and what's happening. But if you guys are able to get through this, it's definitely going to save a lot of time. Alrighty, so that is a great spot to end the session.
Nice.
Thanks everybody
Job.
for
Well
watching
done.
us. We kind of went over, so we don't really have any time to Q&A, but so we don't have a lot of live viewers, so it's fine anyway. So next week, Tuesday, 6:30 to about 10 p.m. Pacific time, we'll pick up right where these guys left off, and they'll try to figure out what the heck's going on in this water cavern. Do you guys have any plugs or shout-outs or anything you want to do?
Thanks everyone for watching.
Have
As
a
always,
happy Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, holidays,
Yeah.
yeah.
Feel free to apply for the PvP. We're gonna try and do it next Wednesday, so a week from tomorrow. That's the goal.
That would be awesome. That's what we're shooting for. Let's get it done.
Cool. All right. Thanks for watching and following us, and join the HotA family by subscribing to the channel. It'll really help us out. We're trying to get some merch out and more content for you guys. We love having you with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Farewell.
Happy